All right, race fans, here we go. We got a good one tonight with the Spartan Sim Racing League here in the Masters Series season finale. And we're going to crown a champion. You know, coming into this race, it's a very close battle between Cole Macheski and Clore. 7 points separates them. Cole Macheski's got the lead right now. But an interesting turn of events here at qualifying, as you can see. Cole Macheski, obviously his qualifying average is going to start in about the top 5, but Clore's going to have to start in the back. He got disconnected before or right during qualifying, but he's able to get back into the race. So, Wes, going to be a long haul for Clore, a track that is really tough to pass here at Charlotte if it gets spread out, because it can be a dirty air style track.
Yeah, I was there for the 600 in person this past year, and I thought I was going to see a lot more passing, but no, it took about a good 4 to 5 laps for someone to complete a pass once they started it, unless it was a complete tire offset. So spread out field is going to be makes it a little bit hard, and you are right. It is so air dependent. If you're stuck in the dirty air, you're going to be hunting just to find a little sniff of fresh air.
Well, Guinea's been on pole. We said before, man, he has definitely stepped up his qualifying efforts, and we've seen it, pay dividends for him too. We said that, hey, look, if we can, kind of shore up some of that throughout the season, and it's taken him a season. And what a season it has been. We go back to, we've talked to many a times. We go back to early on. These guys were battling with these cars just coming right out from under them. Didn't know what in the world was going on. Didn't know if it's setup or just kind of the car. They kind of got that under control. Then did a little bit of there for a while, kind of hiccups on. I don't know if they just forgot how to turn left, but they wanted to turn right a lot and got in the walls, got in the crashing and some. Had been stepped in, got that straightened out. And from that point on, it's been some very good racing and a close battle for the point.
It is 7 points are separating Cole Macheski from Clore right now. The only way for a lock in the championship is if Thomas gets the win tonight.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's a whole multitude of different ways for the drivers to win. There's bonus points beyond what's just rewarded on track from finishing positions. So we don't know until the end. The only way to know if somebody won it is if Cole Macheski wins it.
Yeah, and that's true. We can get a kind of an idea. Obviously, if they finish second, third, and neither one of them's going to get that bonus point for winning, because that's huge. That bonus point for winning, that's the big one right there. We've talked about that in the past. Anything else, I think it's 1 point past. I think that's how it goes. I'd have to go back and look at the championship. It's a normal championship run.
About to say, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
So 55 for a win, 52 for second, 49 for third, 46, 43, 40. So it's not exactly a 1 point gap.
Yeah. So he's going to have to get like max bonus points. If neither one of them wins, he's going to, and they obviously, we've seen them finish nose to tail. Even if Clore finishes in front of him, he's going to have to get max bonus points to still beat him. Really, that win is what they need. Or, like they are going to be starting on the field. Cole Macheski's obviously going to start around about 5th or 4th place. Unfortunately, Cole are going to be way back in the back. If there's that kind of a gap between them, kind of a given at that point, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's, 3/4 race length, 300 laps, 100 for 450 miles.
Yes.
It's going to be a long one I think this is, and not even I think, this is the longest race of the season for our drivers. So, they're used to going probably around 300, 350 miles. So adding on an extra 100 or 150, it's going to be extremely worrisome. They're going to have to make sure during each chance they get hydrated and maybe grab a snack mid-race. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, a lot of it's momentum based, kind of just getting to a rhythm in this style of track here. Not saying tires aren't important, but I think track position is probably going to trump it. Yes, we've talked seasons. This is an open style setup. They're able to do their own setup. So that varies a little bit than what it would be from a fix. But I think it's kind of about the same. You see right there, you're definitely going to get tight coming out of 4. Real easy to do and bump the wall. You see Dave right there did. You can see that kind of sometimes. I know you talk to some of the drivers, and they're going to go on the looser side because this track tends to probably go to a tighter. After a while, you can get kind of tight at this place. So I know the fixed setup's kind of really tight here.
Yeah, I was in a party with two of the guys that I know, Tyler Cheney and that 01 Alzheimer's Team Extreme Toyota Camry that we've seen, as well as go ahead and talking with the 36 or 35 of Gage Winsel, who's typically actually my fellow partner in the booth on Mondays. They were both talking about how they want the looser car. The car gets extremely tight here at Charlotte for the next gens. So they wanted to keep it loose, keep the car a little bit more free to do whatever movement they might need throughout the race.
Well, Giddings right now, top of the field. He's gonna have that advantage coming off of qualifying. Been out front, want to keep that advantage as much as he can. And I think it's going to be the real talking point. I feel if you asked me earlier how this track might come about, right now I think you're kind of seeing it right here in the warm up. Is if they get long green flag runs, they're going to get more single file, and that's when you kind of want to start picking them off one by one. And Clore's going to come to mind because right now he's going to have to be very careful. Does not want to get involved in a wreck. Probably going to want to try to get as many positions as he can on the start. Here's a term I use a lot. I haven't really used it here, but a conservative aggressive on the start. Basically,
yes.
You want to be very conservative so you don't get into trouble, but you got to be aggressive because you know that they're going to get spread out and it's going to be harder to pass. So you got to try to get as many as you can. On the flip side of that, though, Wes, a lot of times cautions breed cautions, and on the restarts, that's when you see a lot of them because a race like this tends to make you, it makes you have to be aggressive to try to get those spots.
Yeah, the restarts are the biggest, it's the way to get the most positions in quick succession. But also, it is so chaotic to where you're right, you've got to be conservative aggressive, not just aggressive. Because if you are too aggressive, you get caught up in something, or you try to push your car too hard and you get up into the wall or spin out below someone, you're going to, instead of gaining all those spots, you're going to lose all of them. So restarts are key almost at any track, any race, about gaining and losing positions. And if you're not good, there's even a chance I'd say don't try to nobody really should be mashing the throttle on a restart, but don't try to mash it and absolutely send it going into turn one, lap one.
Yeah, I mean, and you're right. It is just a tough place to pass. I mean, we're going to see it all night long. It's going to take, a lot of times I look at what it takes time-wise to pass a guy. You're going to need probably that solid 10.5 to 2/10 probably just to go blowing by him. If not, it's going to take you at least probably a lap, maybe even more to get around him. But warm-up's done. We're going to grid them up here, see who we got tonight. It's going to be a good one, season finale here for the Spartan Sim Racing League. And that man right there, Genningsman, putting it on pole for tonight's race. We got Vincent going to start right there in second with Hyatt starting in third. We got Tyler Cheney going to start in the fourth place. And ours Cole Macheski starting in fifth. Starting out good tonight for him. Wenzel going to start there in sixth. We got Gerlach starting in seventh. Dave Fuge, he's up there in the eighth. Sanchez there in ninth. We got Latham starting 10th. Salter starting in 11th. Ours Grussmacher starting in the 12th. Nicotera starting 13th. Holloman up in the 14th. Gardner there in 15th. We got Boyles. He's our good friend Justin. That is starting at 16th. Callis Carr there in 17th. Jorgensen starting in 18th. We got Bender 19th. JP Jones 20th. Medina 21st. Ours Clore in 22nd. He's got a long haul to go to the front. And Greg Carr back in 23rd. And, one of the bonus points is who makes up the most positions. Well, there's only one other guy that can do that, and that would be Carr, Greg Carr. So Clore could get that bonus point right there.
Well, to be eligible for that bonus point, though, I think both of them are out because they didn't set a proper qualifying time. They've got to set a lap that's within a certain percentage of the leader. So neither of them clocked a official time, so both of them are ineligible for that.
Oh, okay. Let's see what we got here. I mean, You know, we can't take away. We've seen Cole Macheski a couple races there, hit the wall, damaged the car, and almost tried to give up. You know, a lot of points. Had an opportunity there with Clore out of one of the races. You know, missed one of the races and had an opportunity to really build a big lead, but then he, kind of hit the wall. Next thing you know, boom on that one. So let's see what he does tonight. I mean, I know he's probably going to want to get up there to the front, lead some laps, get this thing going, but lights off on the pace car. Here we go. Charlotte style here tonight. Spartan Sim Racing League and the pace car's in. Season finale here. We're crowning a champ here in the Master Series. Who's it going to be? Genningsman brings him to the line, and we are racing here at Charlotte.
And a pretty decent start. The top 6, actually, first 3 rows, got a good gap to the 4th row behind. Gage Wenzel already trying to go to the high side of Tyler Cheney.
You see it right there. You see Cheney and company on it. Obviously, you see Wenzel there. Cole Macheski's back there, too. Trying to get everything they can early on. But you can already kind of see that, this track just... There's multiple grooves early on, but I think it does tend to kind of go to a one groove later on in the race. But we'll have to see it. And again, it's different when you have the open setups here involved because these guys can kind of tune the car the way they need to tune it.
It's typically, the way I see it, it is definitely early on. You got those 3-4 different grooves / a mixture of them you can use to try to get positions and maneuver your car around others. But then as it goes on, there's going to be almost, I'd say, 2 grooves. You're going to be either right up against the wall or right there on the paint to try and last as long as you can.
We asked for it, and look what we got.
I was about to say, Joe, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing?
We asked, we know Medina. Matter of fact, real quick, let's go see what Medina's got. Oh, he switched it up on us. He got the sit code car. For the moment, many times, Medina's run the Marlboro cars, and we said, man, it would be awesome if we could switch it up and we had a Camel Joe car out here. There you go. We got a Camel car out here for the season.
That's pain in the race.
that is awesome. I mean, you unfortunately I'm going to say it like this, with the political way of things are nowadays and the hurt feelings people have, you don't get to see the cigarette cars out there anymore like you used to see in NASCAR. And the Camel car was one of them, man, so that was awesome. Who was it? Jimmy Spencer ran it, didn't he?
I'm trying to think. I
think Jimmy Spencer.
I hate to say this, Joe, but I'm not that old. I don't know.
I was thinking it back into the days. I believe it was Jimmy. I know Jimmy Spencer ran one at one time. I believe he did. There's probably been some other drivers that have run it, but Jimmy Spencer comes to my mind when I do think of that car right there. So, we're talking about passing and hard here at this track. You can already see it right there. Cole Macheski not making up much ground. Maybe just being patient at this point, but also Clore. I mean, he's already made up 10 spots. Clore's on coming up through the field, and so it's kind of a flip where Core's got to be a little bit more aggressive here to try to get up to the front. Cole Macheski can kind of be a little more patient where he's at right now.
Yeah, Clore. I mean, these two basically, if the other one's in front of them, that's exactly where their goal is going to be: get in front of the other one. So Clore, he's got to push. He started 3rd from last. So he's got to get up there, and he's got to get up there quick. If a caution doesn't, honestly, the less cautions at the moment right now is going to help him. But with how hard he's pushing, as soon as he gets up there to where Cole Macheski would be, he'd probably like a caution so they're on even tires.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, because, we say tires don't matter too much, but, I mean, they will if you're like on old tires. But I think about a track like this, and you see Vincent out front leading right now. A track like this right here, you can push a little bit, and even though the guy behind you might save, by the time he saves and catches you, the pit cycle's around. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, even with the open style setup that we've got here, it doesn't pay you to be extremely conservative. Like we might see like a Greg Carr. A track like this, I don't really think favors a Greg Carr because you've got to be, I don't want to say totally aggressive or totally on it, but you can't just sit back and let the tires come to you, because by that time pit stops will be, cycling back around, and then the cycle just keeps continuing. And by the way, I did look it up. Yeah, it was Jimmy Spitzer and Hutch Strickland back in the 90s, by the way.
Yeah, I agree with you. You've got to be up on the wheel a little bit here.
Yes.
Because Charlotte, it's not that high degradation style of track that Greg excels at. Because anytime we come to one of those Rockingham or Dover or Darlington, that's where we always see him come to the front lane.
Yes.
Charlotte's not going to be like that. Well, yes, it is good to manage your tires and save them for a bit. You can't be totally relaxed, lean back in the chair. You've got to be up on the steering wheel a bit. Yeah. You've got to push, but not over push it.
Yeah, and I agree with you there. I mean, and it's unfortunate because on a track like this, you've got to be there. So if you're one of those kind of conservative style drivers, and Greg likes to see things come to him. Not to say he can't get up there, man, and get going. I mean, the man on the move right now is Shane Clore. He's up 11 spots, and rightfully so. He wants to get up there near Cole Macheski to say, okay, look, I'm not going to give up on this championship battle that easily. Fortunately, good news and fortunate that he was able to get back in, because, we're on a virtual world. I've had my problems as a broadcaster. We've seen, unfortunately, miss last week's race, man, power outages and whatnot. I apologize to the league, apologize to the drivers on that one. But it happens, and we just saw right here almost championship implications on what the virtual world can happen. I mean, Clore disconnected right during qualifying, and and I know if he wasn't able to get back in, that would have been a done deal.
Yeah, it would have been Cole Macheski championship winner, but thankfully he was able to get back in before race start. So he's here running, and he's absolutely storming up through the field into the top 10 from where he started in 22nd.
Yeah, and you see right now, Cole Macheski, I think, he knows he's got a fast car. I think Cole Macheski does. I mean, not taking anything away from the other guys around him right now, but he doesn't want to get himself in trouble. These guys up here hungry for a lead. Wenzel, Genningsman, Vincent. Vincent has won before, but I know Genningsman, Wenzel, Hyatt, those guys up there. I would love to win some more. Cap off the season and maybe have some momentum. I know we take a good little break before the next season, but give them something to think about, some momentum going into the next season.
Yeah, momentum was a huge thing throughout the series, I'd say, for a lot of the drivers, because one person, he started off hot, was Michael Tucker, and then he was hot, and a lot of drivers were bothered by it, honestly, because he was constantly up there at the front. But once they said, okay, this is the new standard, they started getting hot, going up there and racing with them, and it snowballed into them being out front and leading the championship to where we have this battle between two drivers, Cole Macheski and Clore. Absolutely.
Well, right now it's all Vincent, man, in control of it up front. Guinea's been hanging on a second. Wenzel right there along with him. And you see Cole Macheski's riding in the tire tracks there, Wenzel, trying to see if he just can't hang on. You see Hyatt. This is kind of what I expected. You asked me earlier there, Wesley, what I thought maybe we'd see. This is kind of what I thought we'd see as a long green flag. Yes, they're single file. They're right there kind of on top of each other. The guy makes a mistake in front of you. Yellow flag out, though. Looks like Nicotero. We can see what happened to him. The Vance machine.
He's running pretty good. Then car got tight. Greg coming in fast.
He's right on his inside. Ooh, little contact.
Ooh.
I don't know if Greg got loose there, but they just came together and contact between the two puts us under caution for the first time here. Again, now, I will say, this benefits actually Clore. You said it. He came up 12 spots there. This is what he kind of wants. Get a caution. Put everybody back bunched up. Man, if I can get a couple more spots, And there again, do you come on pit road? I mean, we are 17 in. This place, well, that answers our question. Everybody's coming in except for the top 5.
Vincent stayed out. Wenzel, Kolmacheski, Cheney, and Grutzmacher all stayed out on track. Now, they do have 6 sets of tires in the pit lane for tonight. It was originally going to be 5, but they got gifted another one. So I think they probably planned it out to where they're going around, say, about, what would it have been, about 50 laps a run on the tires. So they've got a spare one they can kind of throw in there if they think they might need it. We'll just see what happens.
Yeah. Looks like a lot of the guys, and McClure did take tires, which he probably used a lot of tires coming through that field. A lot of the guys in front just looked like they took fuel. Most of them in front of him. The only other one, Latham took tires, 14 second. Gardner took tires, Carr and Bender. But everybody else looked like they just took fuel, 6 and 7 and 3 second stops.
Yeah, just looking at the fuel wise, it's looking like it's about 60 to 70 laps on a fuel run. So there's the possibility someone might try to only 4-stop it. Someone might go 5, some might go 6.
Okay. Now here's where it's going to get interesting is spinning the tires. You definitely want to be cautious. That's where actually Clore and Latham and them have to be really careful. They're going to be on the newer set of tires, and they got a bunch of guys in front of them are still going to be on the same. Now, it'll be interesting to see if 17 laps makes a huge difference. I mean, we've been talking about that. I'm going to go out and say it's probably not going to make a 2 second, 3 second difference or anything.
No.
Maybe a half a second. I'm going to say half a second right off the bat, which is a lot. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot. But in a track position race like this, they could fall off real quick. So we'll just have to see how he comes to the field. It all depends on how he manages them. Again, they're able to do, touch-ups to the setup and whatnot. So,
I'm also looking at pit stop times. Not everybody came down and took tires. A lot of people just topped off on gas.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of the guys right there in front of Clore and Latham just got gas. A lot of 6-7 second type pit stops. So maybe trying to play the fuel mileage game, thinking maybe we're going to get some long green flag runs, which, you tend to do here at this track. Sometimes you get the little bobble here and there, but here we go. Pace cars off. Spartan Sim Racing League, the Master Series here, season finale for these guys, and it's been Vincent up front here. He's got Wenzel there with him. Don't want to spin those tires on the start. Everybody looks like they got a good start. Green flag, back at it.
It's a nice push from Kolmacheski into the back of his teammate of Vincent. Vincent should be clear by the time they exit 2. Kolmacheski might be as well.
Yeah, right there. Kolmacheski seeing if he can't. He definitely would love to try to get up and lead a lap. Interesting to see what Clore can do. I think those tires will help him get to the front. I mean, I think 17 laps is right on that sweet spot. Just don't want to use them up. I mean, you can still see it's going to take him a little bit to get around these cars. It's not like he's just going to blow their doors off coming through the field.
No, it's not going to be an absolute, like you said, it's not going to be that 2-3 second difference. It's probably going to be closer to about half a second, if even. I'd say for the moment being, as Wenzel now, he's gone around Vincent, going to try to hold it here through 3 and 4. Kolmacheski all the way up at the wall.
Yeah, got the lead. Kolmacheski to the point. I think he knows, man, Clore's on the move, coming to the front, so he's going to try to maximize and get those, the bonus points, what he needs, man. Points out front. And Wenzel's there with it with Cheney. Another thing I've spoke about too is hey, look, I get it. Kolmacheski, Clore's in a battle for the title. Guys, don't just pull over and let them go. Race them hard, just like they're any other driver on the track. Not to say the guys would, but right now, Cheney, blink.
Oh my, that's a bad spot to come back.
Yeah, it was. I saw him go all the way down the chart there. Yeah, Wenzel and Vincent there too, but something that they'll keep an eye on. You know, we talk about Clore on those newer tires. He's gotten up to 6 so far, but you can, like I said before, look at, yeah, he's picking them off one by one, but you know, it is taking him time to do it.
Just a little bit. And
yeah.
Dylan right there, that's a teammate. He's probably going to let him go through easily, knowing what he's got to do. Vincent, teammate of Cole Macheski, he's going to race him probably a little bit harder. Side by side through 1 and 2.
That's door to door right there. And Vincent right now.
Yeah, he got tight.
Yeah, that car got way tight. It's just old tires right there. Got him tight. Nothing he can do. I mean, it's just a matter of time. You can see right there, Clore with those newer tires. He was going to make that pass. No need for him probably to push the issue, especially this early. It was just a matter of time. He knew he was going to make that pass on him. And right now you see Cheney sitting in second. Komacheski out front. And, you know, we talked about, just to give you an idea, I mean, right now, still, there is no advantage between the top with those tires. I mean, it's 02, 07, 14, 08. I mean, that's top 4. Now, top 5, 09. So, I mean, that's dead consistent for the top 5.
I think that's kind of what we've come to expect of these drivers as the season's gone on. A lot of their timing has kind of clumped up right on top of each other. Where we're talking about not even tenths but hundredths of a second is what they're going to be gaining or losing from one another, and to the point even where it's right now top 8, it's all spread out. Main first, then you've got the hornet's nest of what we typically have at the back end of the top 10.
Yeah, we talk about that top 10. Alex Carr, man, moved up 7 spots already right there along with it, and Clore fell back to 4th, trying to get around there on Wenzel. Couldn't get it done. But we're talking about Carr, Alex Carr, that is. Already moved up 8 spots to 9th. You got Jorgensen, Holloman right there along with him. So that's kind of what I'm used to seeing in Charlotte. Kind of, I call them cluster style battles. You see them kind of spread out, but then you see kind of, 2 cars side by side with each other.
Yeah, and it's what we've seen throughout the season as well, is those tiny little clusters of drivers right on top of each other. Then you've typically got the hornet's nest, which is one cluster slows each other down to where a 3rd and 4th car might come into it. And it's just what we've seen. It's what we've seen as the season goes on. These guys, they've gotten faster, they've gotten better, they've gotten more consistent, they've gotten a little bit racier. Well, cleaner racier, because they were very racy at the start of the season to where they were spinning and wrecking and overdriving the cars.
And I think some of that is, hey, look, new season, getting out here, anticipation, some of it trying to get the setup right, a lot of that, so forth, so on. It takes a little bit of time to get that stuff, man, rolling. And we saw it calm down as the season went on. And then, unfortunately, they got a little too rowdy there for a while. They had to calm them down even more. So, but here's a picture we're used to seeing: Cole Macheski and Clore. And right now, I think it's a matter of time. I think Cole Macheski understands that before Clore, man, is probably going to take this lead just because of those newer tires. But Cole Macheski wanted to at least get up here and lead some laps and get those bonus points.
Yeah, you get a bonus point for leading a lap, so get that in while you can. Then it's going to be a battle of who leads the most laps, who stays out of incidents the most, because those are also some bonus points that could sway the championship order at the end of the night.
We got something out there that says go Wenzel. Wenzel right now, man, having a good run. He's up in the 3rd. Right there. Latham was the other one who took tires, and he has moved up into the 3rd place. And you go look at a little battle going on back here too. You got Carr. He actually did take tires himself. And he's in this mix here with Vincent, Cheney. A 3-car battle going on.
Yeah, this restart, Vincent, he's gone backwards. He started on at first when we went back racing. He's fallen back to 5th under pressure to lose it, as he's got the 01 of Tyler Cheney and then the 21 fresh tires of Alex Carr sitting right behind him, kind of hounding him.
He does. car along him right there. Looking to the inside. Cheney on the outside. Jorgensen right there with him too. You see Grusmacher back here. Holloman and Genningsman. And all those guys, they pitted. Well, Genningsman pitted, but he just took fuel on him. A lot of the guys still up front. And this is where we're looking at. Looks like Shane Clore did take the lead finally. Well,
he's trying to.
Got his nose out. Hey, he got it.
There, he's got it.
All right. So this kind of tells us, goes back to what we were talking about pre-race, is this a tire dominant track? Yes, the new tires will help you, but you saw just how long it took Clore to come to the front. It took him 15 to 16 laps to get up there. So that tells you if at the end of the race, if that distance was a little bit further apart, tires are not going to, track position will be the crucial thing to have. I see Wenzel right now. Trying everything he can to get around Cole Macheski.
Cole Macheski had a slight bobble there through middle of the corner. Wenzel on the exit. Latham, he's laying back. He's the second car on the same strategy as Clore. So he's going to be coming up through the field in the third one. Alex Carr, he's finally gotten around he's gotten around Cheney, but not Vincent yet.
And so far, so good. Saw Clore out front. Wenzel was moved up in the second. Cole Macheski, it looks like that car's getting a little bit tight as it's moving up the track somewhat. Then again, he might like it that way. He might want to run that high line. I don't think the high line is the best place here. I think maybe the middle of the track. Yes, you can run kind of lower, but I think letting it kind of drift towards the middle is how I remember Charlotte. But it has changed over the years. And then obviously again with them having their own setups here, that could change a lot too. Another thing we don't talk about much here, Wes, is day to night. The shadows, how the track changes over the course. We have talked about how you can't just leave the car alone. You can have a great run. Yeah, we've seen guys have great running cars. I mean, it's really tough to touch a great running car. But sometimes you got to make a little adjustment. And kind of seeing some overcast here a little bit might affect how it is.
It definitely will, and there's a lot of shadow through this track already. You can see it right there from all the grandstands, the boxes going through the tri-oval. Turn 1 is almost completely dark. And once they go from turn 2 into turn 2 and then even onto the backstretch, it's nothing but sun. So varying light levels on the track, varying temperatures. And then going into the night, that track is going to get cooled down. It's going to grip up. And these cars are going to get a lot faster.
Right now, Cole Macheski probably heeding to those older tires, falling off just a little bit, but he was able to lead some laps out there. Wenzel sitting in second, Latham there in the third. Alex Carr moving up through the field, benefiting from the newer tires that he got. There in fifth, and Vincent still holding strong there in the sixth. Good Jorgensen up in seventh. Old Cheney, Gardner right there. And we got Holloman. A little pack going back there with about 12th, 13th place spot. Yeah, about 14th place spots. Got a lot of machines right there.
I mean, it's the Hornet's Nest. It's kind of guaranteed. You've got cars trying to come forward. Some cars are sliding back over, use their tires a little bit probably. Genningsman, the pole sitter, he's back here in 13th. And Grusmacher, he also started up there at the start. I think he restarted around, not 4th, but around 6th place or so on the restart. He's fallen back to 14th. So it is something to watch, that is how hard they push, how much their tires will wear out. I've always been told if you want to conserve tires, you run the low line. The top, it's probably going to be faster, but you're going to risk abusing your tires early on.
Absolutely. Got Vincent off the track. Probably just got his tires off the track for a second, so got back on. Little battle going on back here. Gerlach, Sanchez going to look like he's going to take that spot from him. So right now, kind of just everybody being patient. Kind of letting the track come to them, let the race come to them.
It's a long race. Honestly, it might be probably a good move. Just because, I mean, we already hit on it. 300 laps, 450 miles. It's gonna be a long race, and everybody's gonna want to keep it settled down. Looking at around 2.5 hours, I think it is.
Yeah. Depending on how many cautions. Probably not many. Only had one so far.
Green, it would be 2.5.
Yeah. I mean, Charlotte is technically it's the longest race of NASCAR season. So it is fitting here that would be the longest race. You see a battle heating up right here. About third, fourth place spot. See Carr trying to work over Latham. Those two did pit, so they got newer tires. And you're starting to see the guys that pitted with new tires come to the front, and Latham got real close.
Yeah, very tight squeeze onto the 35 of Gage Winsel off of 4. And I think he probably had a sheet of papers with between him and the wall, and then him and Latham there. And now Alex Carr going to make the crossover move going into 3.
Yeah, you're right. Latham looking like he's going to try to take that high side from him. Carr back there just watching what's going on with this one. See which way he needs to go. Cole Macheski just riding. That's a good little battle right there for second.
It's an amazing little battle, and these two doing it's just going to allow Shane to scoot forward a little bit. He's got himself a 7/10 of a second lead over Latham sitting in second. Now, if Latham can get a good amount of draft down both this front stretch and back stretch, he can get that gap a little closer, as well as if he's just has an overall better car at the moment.
Yeah, he looks pretty strong on that long run there. Carr does too. And again, given, they've got the newer tires, Clover still out front leading it. Winslow right now behind him, Cole Macheski right there in the 5th place spot. And I mean, I guess it would be safe if the race was to end now. Yeah, Clover probably would take the championship. I mean, the math would math up.
It would
very well right now. The only one that I think would really be uncertain of would be if they were like, Clover wins and Cole Macheski comes in second, because Cole Macheski still pull it off. Do it all the bonus club. I mean, this is the scenario Clover wants to see. This is not what Cole Macheski. Again, like you said, long race, got a lot to go here. Pit stops are going to be way different between these two now, with a 17-lap difference. Not sure, how that will play off at the end of the race. Again, cautions. Always we talk about pit strategies and stuff throughout races, but cautions can always throw in a wrench into that plan.
Cautions always throw in chaos. And just looking at one of the onboards that I always have going on during a race, those that had not come in yet for their pit stop, about 20 laps left in their fuel tank.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to see, I think it's only about 5 that stayed out. We're going to see them here on pit road soon. Those that did come into pit, you're going to see them probably in about 30 to 40 laps, I would guess.
Well, that would mean Cole Macheski and there would be coming in pretty soon here on Winslow and Company. Vincent. Jorgensen was one of those that actually he pitted on the lap 18. Gardner, Carr, even Fuge and Holloman, they all pitted, and Sanchez. Although a couple of them in there got tires, a couple of them just got fuel.
I mean, we've seen it. I think, Joe, where we've had one of those late race cautions, and one or two guys still had a set of tires on pit road. Everybody else had already used theirs up. And even though they came in and they started towards the back half of the field, if not the last two cars left on track, they managed to drive their ways up into a top 5. So come and get the gas. If you don't think you need tires and can save it till the end, do so.
Right now watching Sanchez, he's got a good car out here too. He's sitting right there in the 12th place spot. All right, a couple of machines unfortunately lap down. Joe Bender. Looks like Justin Boyles didn't even make the race here. I'm not quite sure what happened to Boyles.
He started. I think he's still a little bit hurt from his incident a while ago, where he was just going to come in and start, see how he felt. Decided he couldn't make it the whole way and pulled it off. That's
right. Yeah. You know what? Sorry about that, Boyles. Forgot all about it. You know, hope you're feeling a lot better and recovering. And it's good to see you men at least trying. And I know, you know, a lot of people. You know, they obviously real racing in a car, very demanding on the body. But you know, a lot of people might think, well, it's just sim racing, man. Some of those direct drive wheels, man, can be a handful depending on how much force feedback you put in them. And especially on a long race like this, your arms can get tired after a while.
And I'll tell you this, not everybody has direct drive wheels. And even then, just being in the car for this long, it's still going to make you sore and make you hurt, whether it's direct drive or not.
Absolutely, you know. And then, you know, if you've got like a really good set of pedals, you know, mashing on the brake pedal and all, tight load cell, definitely, you know, put a little force on the feet after a while too. So, yeah, a little bit. I mean, I would say the guys that actually going to probably get the most tired would be guys doing those endurance road races. Wow. Like the 6-hour things and all that, or doing the 24 hours, and when they do like a 3-hour, 6-hour stint, that's crazy. You see Carr actually gaining on Clore up front here.
Yeah, he absolutely ripped the boards, got himself into the wall a little bit through 3 and 4, but huge amount of momentum going into 1. Clore right now, probably best not to fight it, let the 21 take over. Well, he's not going to do that. He's going to power back around off the high side of 2. They're going to be dead even going through 3 and 4. A little drift up tight from Alex Carr in the 21.
Right now, still Clore was able to hold him off. We'll see what Carr's got. Back off, cool down a little bit, see if he can't get another run at him. That just goes to show you just how tough it is to pass here.
Looking through this field right now, these two in front of Shane and Alex, they've got a 2-second gap to Latham back in 3rd, which he's then got a whole pack. Wenzel, Jorgensen, Carr, Greg Carr, and Thomas Kolmacheski right behind him.
You're right. Latham back here, kind of all along. You got a little bit of two grouped up machines here. Jorgensen, Wenzel, Carr, and first one on pit road, Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent, I think he was probably going to be one of, if not the first to come down. He dropped through the field since that restart. So, and we're looking at right there, he pitted on lap 60. So splitting it up into 5 different lengths, only going to take 4 stops is what he is thinking. So probably going to see him down again lap 120. I would assume if he stays with this same on this same kind of cycle of every 60 laps.
It's interesting to see when the other ones start to trickle on in. Has some pit stops here. Jorgensen right there. Now he pitted on lap 18, took tires. He should stay a little bit longer than most of these guys. He wins. So now there's Cole Macheski on pit road.
It's the final race of the season. It's the longest one, but one thing, Joe, mental mistakes on pit road. Do not speed. iRacing came out with a new pit lane speeding calculator. It's where there's now a pit limiter, manual pit limiter you can set and use. Even if the car itself doesn't have a pit limiter, you can set that and try to run it. I've heard some people still get caught speeding with that, and you really do not have as much discretion as you did before this update, because it used to be you could kind of push up to where it was like, say pit road speed was 45, you could go 45.2, 45.3 miles an hour and be perfectly fine as long as it didn't flash up into being 41. Now you can't even go 45.1.
Oh, okay. Let's go number 32. Who's 32? I'd say that's Holloman.
Yep. Hi, Sophie. How are you doing today?
Oh. Well, Holloman's doing pretty good. He's right there in 9th place spot. He was one of the ones that went and topped off on lap 17.
Joe, we talked about it at the very start of the race, the racing on a virtual world and such, and how Clore, he almost got the championship was almost over before the race even started. John Bender, he also got bit by the bug.
Okay. Who we got coming on pit road now? Wenzel. Nicotera. We're starting to see some of the guys, man, who didn't pit come on pit road. On lap 68 now. I guess that's kind of what you were talking about.
Yeah, around lap 70 is what the 60 to 70 laps is about what I gauged on fuel stint. So it's within that area. Tyler Chaney, the only one that did not pit during that caution, still left on track. He's reading as having still 3.5 laps available of fuel he could run.
Chaney not yet came down on his pit stop along with Grusmacher. And then that would leave the rest of the field here. We kind of pitted on lap 17 and 18. I think they can go. I mean, kind of what is this going to do for the field later on if this does go green?
This does go green. I mean, we're going to see a whole lot of different strategies coming into play. I can't tell you quite yet which one's the best. There's Grusmacher. He's on the pit road.
I mean, and we won't be able to tell until we get towards the end, a little closer. I'm like you, whether or not is it going to be good to pit early or pit late. Again, I think it's going to be all about how far out in front. Because track position definitely going to be crucial here.
It will, and I'm just doing quick math in my head. So a 3-stop would be possible. You'd have to go 75 laps a run. So you'd have to save a little bit of fuel as Tyler Chaney, he's finally on the pit road. So everybody's hit pit road at least once. that's been over, but 75 laps is possible to do a 3-stop, but again, have to save a little bit. And we know some of these guys, they'll save if they've got to. We've seen them absolutely throw it into neutral, going through a whole set of turns and then just powering it back up on the straight.
Nice. Floor right now with car. Both cars, actually. Great car right there. Now, he did come in it. Well, he had that damage. He actually got caught into that wreck. Obviously, he put tires on, but got the damage and has benefited from some of the other guys up there pitting. Well, folks, if you're just tuning in, season finale here. Spartan Sim Racing League here tonight. Master Series, and what a season it's been. I gotta first off say I want to appreciate, man, the league, the owner out there, Chris and Dave, all the drivers, and Wes, man, it has been awesome, man. Been up here in the booth, man, the season. We've had a great season so far, and this one's not over by no long shot here. Floor definitely doing what he has to do out front to win this championship. But at this point, from what you're seeing, I mean, because we're getting to the point now where Kolmacheski has to build a game plan, because Clore is getting to that point of where he's getting that lead the longest laps for bonus point type of thing. If you're Kolmacheski, what's going through your mind right now?
Oh, that is a hard one to guess. I mean, I've been in the case of races where I'm not going to say I'm fast, but where I've been in the case of, okay, I feel comfortable in this car. I know that if I'm able to get back up to them, I could probably stick with them for a bit. Here around Charlotte, even in the same next gen, but instead it was fixed. I was able to stick up with the race leaders who were way better than I was. I was like, as long as I can get up to them, stick behind them, I can possibly win this. But Kolmacheski, we know that's no doubt he can do it. He's probably, at this moment, I'd wait until, well, halfway through the races when I'd say, okay, now no matter what it is, I've got to push to make sure I'm right there with him. I'd still say it is a moment of keeping your mind at ease. Don't try to overdrive it. It's still so early in this race that I would not want that mindset in the slightest bit.
Okay. Right now, Clore, he's doing what he needs to do out front. Alex and Greg Carr sitting right there in second, third. Jorgensen up in the fourth. Again, pretty much the entire field all the way back here to Medina is yet to pit, but they're the ones that pitted on that lap 17. The throw back to the Wood brothers there. Older Wood brother one.
I will say, Jose's had the best schemes, I think, throughout this whole season.
Yeah. Really nice. Yeah, coming out with those Marlboro ones have been awesome. So who's the first one to come on pit road in this group here?
It could honestly be any of them. I expect them to come around. Starting about now is when I think they would start, because they only had about an extra 15 or so laps. We saw Tyler Cheney. He was the one that went longest before he pitted from the ones that stayed out during the caution. He went to lap 70. So I'd expect any moment now. If I would think it probably, I'd rather it be Shane possibly. Well, actually, Blair's going to prove me wrong right there. But Shane not letting Kolmacheski get too much of a tire gap. Try to keep it, because at this point, I mean, 45 laps, 40 laps, that's a big tire gap that could definitely help the 69 overcome the 72 in that time difference. So I try to keep that decrease as much as possible, but not to the point where it threatens your whole entire fuel situation.
All right, we got Clore out front leading it. I'm going to say Alex and Greg. I would say they'd probably be on the same strategy with each other, but sometimes we've seen them on different ones. Jorgensen and Gardner. That's a cluster right here. You got some guys that are on new tires and guys on old tires.
Yeah, that's a place I don't want to be in. I don't want to be someone still on old tires and a little bit slower than those guys on fresh tires trying to blast back up through the field.
Gardner hanging on right there in the 5th place. Sanchez up in 6th. Latham, who pitted. Trying to see, Nicole Macheski was able to, well, no, he's the first one still lapped down.
He's about half a straightaway behind.
Yeah, he's at 35 seconds, so he'll be able to get back on the lead lap. And just looking to be around about 42, 41 total pit time. He's 35, so it's going to be about a 6-second gap between him and Clore. That with that information, it would say that Cole Macheski's in a better spot than Clore is when it comes to the amount of pit stops. Obviously, caution would mess all that up, but as Clore's on pit road now.
Greg and Alex also in right behind them.
Well, let's just see. I'm curious to see how far Cole Macheski's going to be in front of Clore. Kind of give us an idea of coming to that last pit stop. All right, so he's past them. Clore's coming out. Because we've already seen how tires at the track really are not be all end all. And thing about it here is there's not that much, but well, there's a little bit more gap between them this time, about 20 some laps difference in tires. But to make up 14 seconds, see, that's what I'm wanting to look at right now. Is it's sitting at 13.9 between Cole Macheski and Clore. If that cycles on the last pit stop, it might be tough for Clore to catch him. Let's see how long it takes him to catch him here.
I'm just trying to, let me think here. Clore comes in. If they stay on this cycle, Cole Macheski would be in about lap 1 or 250. So that would, and then Clore comes in 20 laps later. He'd have 30 laps to go run down Cole Macheski and pass him for the lead.
So let's see if he can run him down in 30 laps at 13 seconds. I don't think he can get close, but I think 13 seconds might be, because he just ran an 83 to a 48. See, that's it's not even a second difference between the two. And that's what we were talking about at the beginning of the race, is how this track's not really tire dominant. And even at 20 some lap different tires, I mean, Cole Macheski pitted at 63, he pitted at 86. So you're talking about 73, 83. That's 20, 23 lap different tires. He still ran a 29.68 to Cole Macheski's 30.40. It's down to 11 now. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. And then, you factor in this lap traffic too, so that's another thing. I mean, it's not clear racetrack. Floor's got to deal with these lap cars. Well, not so much lap cars. I mean, he's got to deal with car who actually got out in front of him on the pit stops. And Floor didn't have the best pit stop either. His pit stop was a 19-second pit stop, so he lost a lot of time on pit road.
I was watching his entry into pit lane. He took it very, very cautious, not wanting to get caught speeding, which, hey, it's a good thing. Caught speeding means you're on pit road a lot longer.
True. Problem is Cole Macheski had a 15 seconds. You just gave up 4 seconds. That's a lot on the track. I mean, he's catching. He's down to 10 seconds. I'll give him credit. He's catching. Again, though, is he going to... at this point in the race, though, we don't know how much Cole Macheski's, saving or, just riding. He's still up on that high side, though. He's committed to that high lane. He's committed to high lane. I mean, Cooler's up high because he's going around car.
Of course, there, too.
Yeah. But I think he'll go back towards that middle here in just a second. Well, we've seen him most of the race. Yeah, see, he's kind of in the middle of the track. I mean, he's going around lap cars right now, but Cole Macheski's, we've seen him way up there against the wall.
Cole Macheski seems like he puts the car wherever it wants to be, which, hey, don't try to fight the car. It's the best way to keep speed. But at that point, if you have to put it where the car needs it to be instead of wants it to be instead of probably where you want it to be, could also be the car's not quite feeling exactly how you'd like.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can definitely adjust on it throughout the race. This is a tricky track. I mean, it's because like you said, you talked to a lot of the guys, and they said they want to go on the loose side because this track tends to go more of a tighter side right there. You can actually see it as he come off that turn. The car looking a little bit tight, or it looks like it's not as free. The problem is if he frees it up too much and the track is tight, I think it'd snap out from under him. And that would be the worst case scenario for him. But he's got to be careful here,
If you have it set too loose, you're exactly right. It snaps out from underneath you, and you're going to do pirouettes probably into the inside or the outside wall, maybe between both. Definitely not what you'd want. At the same time, though, I agree with you, this track does get a lot tighter as the sun goes down, as the runs go on.
Yeah.
If you've got it set to where it's not loose enough and you just start tracking up, you're going to be off throttle a lot longer. There's a chance you're going to hit the wall either on exit or maybe middle of the corner, depending on the lines you run. So it's going to be interesting to see who's able to find that fine balance.
Okay, so I just looked here. We're about 10 laps in. Salto just went off track. David went back. Well, 10 laps in, he's able to knock down about, looks like 4 to 5 seconds. In about 4 seconds, 4.5. You said about 30-some laps at the end. Well, it's going to be close. I think it's going to depend on if he gets caught behind lap traffic, or anything like that for Clore. Right now, he's got a very clear track in front of him. Even with that clear track, see, here's another thing. His last lap was only a 30.19, so those tires are falling off at a huge pace, too. That's another thing. He gained almost 5 seconds right off the rip. But in that last 20 laps, can he gain the other 8? That's going to be the thing I'm looking at here. And if he doesn't catch Kolmacheski by the time he goes into pits again, then that really tells us that, man, if Kolmacheski comes out with a big lead,
it's going to be too much for that 72 to make up.
Yeah, he's going to need a caution to kind of break up that cycle a little bit. I don't know. It's just all speculation, folks. I mean, we're just going off what we're seeing by the numbers here, and that's kind of what I look at. Anything can happen. I mean, we've talked in the past about fuel mileage, and it looks great. It's getting down to fuel mileage, and the next thing you know, something happens and blows that out the water. This here too can. I mean, I'm just looking at right now. He's went down from he was 8.14, 8 point something to only a 7.8 just in amount of laps he had to do. So the tires to me look like they're falling off at a faster rate, almost like what we saw in the one race where they were an advantage, but they fell off so quick. I forgot what track it was.
I'm trying to remember as well. I think was it Dover?
It might have been. I think it was. I think you had a huge advantage on tire, like 2-second advantage, but it only lasted for like 10 laps, maybe 12 laps, and then they just kind of fell way off. So if you knew how to use them right, you definitely can make up some ground. Not that it's not that much of a huge advantage here, but yes, it was an advantage. But now it's actually evened off. That last lap, actually, Kolmacheski ran a 32 to 39. So I don't know.
It's fun.
Yeah, this is where running for a championship is kind of just nerve-wracking. You don't know what to do. I mean, Clore is in the hot seat. Kolmacheski right now really, just kind of riding. He just needs to keep doing what he's doing. I still feel, if I was a betting man, I don't know about you, Wes, but I kind of feel like even at this point, if Clore was to win the race and Kolmacheski finished second, I think Kolmacheski could still pull it off. I think the bonus points have leveled each of them out. I don't know. It'd either be a tie or be very close, like 1 or 2 points off.
It would be very, very close. I think what it's going to come down to is whoever leads the most laps between the two.
Yes.
That's if Clore finishes ahead of Kolmacheski.
Oh yeah.
If Kolmacheski finishes ahead of Clore, no matter what, Kolmacheski wins it.
And that's what I'm thinking. And that's where I kind of say, man, Clore right now sitting in that hot seat where he really has to kind of push the car a little bit more than he wants to. And that might be, the sense of why those tires are falling off like they are. I mean, it's still a 7-second gap, and just by looking at that right there, the way the pit strategy is. So if I'm Clore, now I know I might have to short pit to stay. I mean, I don't even know if a short pit would help him. I don't know. I don't even know what he needs a caution. That's about the only thing I know. Wes, I'm at a loss here. I was going to say maybe short pitting, but still he's got to contend with the 6-second difference. I don't know.
I think you're right. Clore probably is going to have to pull one short pit. Now, like we said, they got that extra spare tire. They probably, set of tires they probably weren't accounting for, to where it's feasible, like, hey, I just went and pitted maybe 20 laps ago. Kolmacheski's in. I'm going to follow right behind him since I'm in front of him, or I'm right behind him. Stay right there on him. That way we're on the same exact tire strategy. And it's going to be a true duking it out to the end.
Yeah, and then again, folks, hey, look, me and Wes can sit up here all night long, speculate on what's going to happen here, what's going to happen there. Caution definitely can throw it. I mean, we've had that happen before, sitting here and making a whole conversation talking about, those fuel mileage this, fuel mileage that. Next thing you know, boom, caution come out, and we're like, forget about everything we just talked about in the last 30 minutes. So, yeah. If you look at lap 89 for the field, I had the greatest.
Is that why you've been on pit road for 5 minutes?
Okay, so he said look at lap 89. You can try to go back and see. Who is that? Is it a Salter?
Wenzel.
Who?
Wenzel.
Wenzel?
Yep.
Gage entered the pits. Right there. Go back on. They entered the pits here. Okay, there you go. Was that the save you're talking about? Or was that another one?
That might be what he was talking about. I mean, he had both front tires right there on the apron.
Yeah. Nice paint job, by the way.
It's a really lovely paint job. Yeah, off of 2. That's what he was talking about.
So, I got to ask, you hit nothing on that. Why on pit road for so long?
Oh, there was a second lap where so he did that twice, but yeah, still not sure why he's been on pit road for 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously didn't hit anything, so there you go. Let's look through the field here and see what we got. We got Alex Carr, Greg Carr right there. Oh, Dave, man, having a good run here tonight. Hats off to him.
Yeah, Dave, he's running a part-time schedule. He shows that, hey, he's good. Not exactly the best of luck for him most nights out. He'll get caught up in something, not completely his fault.
Well, right now, you're right. I mean, just a lot of times you get caught up in stuff, and then again, got to give a shout out, man, to Dave out there doing a great job. Excuse me. Chris out there too, up there being the admins on this thing. Connor, I guess Connor helps him out too, and I just noticed something that y'all just have a family reunion going on here.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's a lot of feuds in here.
Hey, I mean, you got Chris and Connor up there.
As well.
Yeah, you got like Connor and Chris up there, up in there in the admin booth. Dave out here on the track. You up there in the booth with me. So I was like, wow, okay. That's awesome though. It's good to see him having a good night. Charlotte is one of these races where you can't tend to see some first time winners.
Greg has crashed.
Oh man, and we were talking about him earlier. No caution. He's able to get it. He towed it real quick. But let's go back and see what happened to him. Man, just lost it. Kind of similar to when that was a hard hit too. That car is done. Yeah, he probably hurt the motor in that one too. I know it definitely hurt the suspension. Ouch.
Sorry about interrupting you.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I heard that on the radio, and I looked over and I see right there, Greg Carr crashed. And I'm like, oh, no. But luckily, no caution. We stay green, but probably done for the day.
Yeah, that was a lick and a half, and unfortunate, man, for him. We were talking about him earlier that, a track like this, with the driving style he has, and Greg has won some races. He loves tracks, but just a track like Charlotte's not one that you want to try to say, okay, let me come to you. You got to try to figure this place out. And I'm only going on a limb and say you either like it or you don't. I like to play. Actually, one of the first tracks I got a win at when I started iRacing, when I was racing, and I did okay in a league when I was racing at it. I guess it fit the driving style of you've got to have kind of consistency around the track. You've got to be, it's a momentum style track. You've got to be very, like I say, you got to be very consistent going around it. Rhythm, there's a word we're looking for around here. You'll hit the marks, because if you're a little bit off, you can lose a lot of speed here.
Yeah, and that's something I found out with Charlotte as well. Whenever I ran here, I think I've done a single league race, and then also helping some of the guys out with practices on races. Charlotte is probably the most about hitting your marks each and every lap in, lap out. Like, I can tell you right now, my liftoff point for turn 1 and then turn in is right there. Whenever those dashes end, I'm off throttle and I'm starting to turn into turn 1.
Yeah. And this is a track where you do not really use, if any, brake, unless you're just coming up on a car. Pretty much going into the turns. Now, I don't know about this cup car, because I'm basing off of the trucks, is what I ran a lot. You really didn't have to hit the brakes. You might have scuffed them a little bit, but that's it. For the most part, like that's what I'm saying, is you know when to let off, when to ease back in. We're riding here with Cole Macheski, and we can see, just starting the RPMs, he's coming off of turn 4 there. He wasn't even, turn 4 usually is a kind of a tighter turn, by the way. Wasn't even full throttle in there. You can see him getting back on the throttle, coming off. So he's very smooth with it going through the turn. Another thing about this here, Wes, is track rule. It can fool you. See the line he's going into the turn where he's kind of diamonding off, staying in that middle, not going all the way to the bottom. I mean, if you can. It's real easy here not to kind of go on that bottom and kind of try to force that thing to go down to the bottom. If you do, it's going to throw you up. So kind of let this car kind of do what it wants to do, like you said earlier. That looks like a pretty good line to me he's running right now. A lot better than earlier, I would say. That looks really comfortable line-wise.
It really does, but then right behind him, second and a half, you've got Vincent, and then 3/10 behind Vincent is Clore. It's not the 30 laps he needed to get up there. It's taken him almost 40 just to get to the back of Vincent. So this could really be how we see the rest of the race. I'm expecting people to start coming back into pit lane any moment now. Genningsman, he's already coming in for his second stop. Vincent, he's pulling off.
And to go off what you said right there too, it takes me back to what we were talking about. Remember when I said a guy can get out front and use the stuff and really push the car, but the guy behind that might save a little bit, he'll eventually catch you. We're seeing Clore now catch. We're seeing the difference in lap times between those two tires. Now we are. The problem is it's 40 laps into the run. We're almost getting back to pit stops again with Cole Macheski. And there's the problem. It's right back around. It's a never-ending cycle for, Clore. Yeah, he's got the advantage now. He's running, 30, 47s to 86 on Cole Macheski, which is about right on this track for, 20-lap different tires. The problem is it's just late. It took him instead of the 30 laps that he's going to have to get it done in. And then people might be saying, well, he could just push the car a little harder on that lap. He does that, and he's going to use up more tire. It's going to fall off even more. So double-edged sword here at this track. Really tough.
It is, and Alex's car as well. He's right there behind Shane Clore. So Clore's not exactly going to be able to breathe once he gets around Cole Macheski, which I think Cole Macheski's he's coming on pit road right now.
Yep. Was that about the time you thought?
Just about.
Okay. All right. So if you're Clore, I mean, you got to think about this. Right now, it's not crucial, but within the next couple pit stops, you definitely want to stay out here and lead until you make the pit stops, because, obviously Cole Macheski led pretty much that entire stint there. I don't have a stat book. I'm sorry, folks. I don't have anybody that can tell me how many laps these guys have led. I wish there was something here on SDK that gave me that. That would be awesome.
I wish they did.
Yeah, that would be something I might actually have to. I don't even know if they can. There's a way that they could do that or not, but there is, and maybe something they could add in. Throw it out there to them on a do what they can do basis. But I know Clore before the stint before led a lot, and he definitely led more than Cole Macheski did on that one. So I would say Clore was ahead, but then Cole Macheski, by leading all those ones, basically Clore's going to have to lead this, not let Carr get around him. He's going to have to lead this whole entire stint until he pits. Because it's going to cycle right back around up there, I think, to Cole Macheski. But Carr's not giving up.
No, he's not. He's going to stick right behind the 72. Sorry, I was also seeing if there was one that we could switch to where it showed laps led, but it does not. I was double checking that.
Yeah.
It would be. And Carr, he's sitting right there looking to the inside of Clore off of 2, not able to make it work. So Clore, he's not able to sit pretty. He's not able to just ride it. He's got someone right in his mirror that's going to push him until they both come into pit.
This is the battle for lead right now. Clore out front, Carr along with him. See some more pit stops. There's Huge coming on pit road. Jorgensen. And really, Cheney's the only one that pitted on lap 70. And Hyatt pitted lap 72. Gerlach 75. So they're the only ones that pitted kind of a little bit earlier. Most of them are in that, obviously Clore and Carr up front. They're all 86, 86, 87s. And whatnot.
Holloman, he's going to be in for his third pit stop of the night. Pit cycles are fun. It's going to be a fun thing to look at as we go on. Another internet bug that got hit was a 38 of Dylan's Grootsmacher. He was able to load back in. He's back on the track now, but he lost about 5 to 6 laps. No, not 5 to 6. 14 or so laps with that happening.
He's had some issues throughout the season too. Jorgensen right there having a good run up to third. Gardner right there too in the 4th place spot. Good old Cheney right there.
We know he's still got to come in for his second stop. He's probably going to be in, I'd say within the next 5 laps, we should see the 01 duck it on the pit road.
Okay. All right, Clore right now out front, folks. Been a good one here at Charlotte. Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series. Got some green flag pit stops underway. We'll step away, take a quick commercial break. Be right back, folks. See who gets this thing winning tonight.
Hi, I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I wanted to take a minute just to welcome you on board and let you know that we're proud to have you as a new member of our team. This short video is a way for us to give you an idea of what you can expect from your experience at Team Red, White, and Blue, and also what we expect from you in return. Something that's really, really important to the fabric of our organization is our Eagle ethos. It's just 6 words, but they mean a lot to us, and they guide us in all we do. Those 6 words: passion, positivity, people, commitment, camaraderie, and community are more than just organizational values. They're what we're all about and what we strive to work for in all of our programs and in every single one of our interactions. The next thing I want you to know is that we are an inclusive organization by design. We're open to veterans of all eras, of all ages, branches of service, combat experience, as well as active duty service members, their families, their friends, and just supportive members of the community that come out and take part in our mission. Every single person is important to what we do. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you all out there.
Welcome to Team Red, White, and Blue. Thank you so much for joining our team. My name is Mike Irwin, and I have the honor to serve as the Executive Director. When I founded Team RWB in 2010, our initial focus centered on veteran transition and reintegration into civilian life. But as the large-scale deployments have slowed down, the military's ability to support reintegration has improved, hundreds of thousands of veterans have used their GI Bill, and companies have prioritized hiring veterans, the overall mental, physical, and emotional health of the veteran community still has a long way to go. And Team RWB has a major leadership role to play. And that means that we need you. We need you to close out this video and to know that you didn't just join a listserv or download an app. You joined a team composed of real people, over 200,000 strong, who are veterans on active duty in the National Guard or reserves or civilian supporters. And these people, who we refer to as Eagles, want you to get involved in Team RWB. Why is it so important for you to become an active member of the team? Because when you do, we know that it will improve your mental and physical health, help you to develop new and meaningful relationships in your life, and provide you with a sense of purpose that comes from belonging to something bigger than yourself. Over the past decade, veterans struggling with the invisible wounds of war and post-military life have told us how important physical fitness has been to them. Running has helped veterans battle nightmares. Triathlons have helped with headaches, and CrossFit has enabled them to sleep better. These fitness activities, along with others, have made them more confident and healthy people. Unfortunately, millions of veterans have forgotten about the power of physical training in their lives. So as you get involved and see the power of Team RWB in your own life, I hope that you feel inspired to reach out to other veterans and encourage them to follow in your footsteps. In closing, I want to again thank you for stepping forward and joining Team Red, White, and Blue. We're fired up to have you on the team, and I know that you're going to be flying the Eagle with pride for a long time.
All right, back here, Charlotte, Spartan Sim Racing League here, the Master Series, and we went on the break there. We were talking about pit stops, but it looks like the man up front here, Clore, you have to make a pit stop, and you were calculating some stuff up there, Wes.
Yeah, I was crunching some numbers. So just based off of past pit stops that we have seen for the number 69 of Thomas Kolmacheski, he's gone about every 64 or so laps. So just calculating those numbers out, his final pit stop is going to be around lap 255-ish. So he'd be good for 44 laps at the end. So that's good. Kolmacheski, he came in on lap 86. So if he's going to go the fuel full tank, which is about 70 or so laps, his final pit stop is going to be lap around 226. So he's got to save a little bit of fuel and could potentially only make it to where he's had only really those 3 stops he's got to make. Trying to nix out that final pit stop, which would put him around lap 290, which we see him in here now. He's on lap 153. So if he can save that little bit of fuel while not losing too much time, it's going to make for a really, really interesting outcome. Now, again, that's going to be a little tough because to save that fuel, we're probably going to see him. He's going to throw it into neutral down through the turns. He's going to want to be right behind somebody going partial throttle. Honestly, you'd want to be behind a good probably 3 or 4 cars going full throttle down the front, going partial throttle down the front stretch so that he doesn't lose as much time as I think Alex cut it real close there on that commitment cone line. So fuel strategy is going to be very interesting coming to the end. And I hate to say it, but a caution could really even this out if they're right on top of each other and play a huge factor.
Okay. You see car on pit road right now? That's going to be interesting. Like you see, I'll take it down to the line here. So that's going to put Latham out front, who's yet to make his pit stop, but it will put Kolmacheski back out to the lead now. Again, back to that 14-second difference. So about what it was the first time they made a pit stop.
Just about, so he didn't lose as much, it seems, but we also know it's not easy for him to pull it back in. It took him around 40, 50 laps to get to Kolmacheski and then pass him. And, I mean, that going just based off of their pit time, he'd only have 20 laps if even. If he were to make that final pit stop around 285, 280, around that area.
Field strategy. Gotta love it.
It's all fun and games.
And it's going to be a wild one, man, coming down here to the end. Yeah, like we were talking. I don't know. Interesting to see who pulls this thing off. I mean, right now, Latham out there, man, stretching that field. Kolmacheski will take that lead back. And we saw before Clove was able to get the lead down to about 8-7 seconds. Just wasn't able to close that gap afterwards. Oh, what a way this race is turning out.
I don't know, Joe. It's good.
Yeah, I'm up in arms on what what Clore needs to do. He went pretty good ways on that one. He went 54, 50,
60, 68.
Yeah. So even if he goes 68 again, it still don't put him to the end, though, does it?
No, he's going to have to find a way to save around 10, 15 laps of fuel, which, I mean, it's possible, but with how spread out the field is, it's going to be very, very hard to do so.
Yeah, I think we ran in a scenario the other couple races back, where we said there's like 6 laps difference and just no way.
If we were at Daytona, I'd say there's 100% chance it could happen.
Yeah.
But with how spread out this field is here, it's going to be extremely, extremely hard.
Yeah, you're talking 10 laps. I mean, that's a lot. Now Holloman right here. Dave, he's still up there in the 6th place spot. Jorgensen hanging on to the 7th. Cheney. So it's coming down to what I'm looking at here is one of the caution flies. I would.
Caution flies, we're going to have 9 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah. I mean, even if a caution flew now, yes, everybody's coming on pit road. I mean, even Clore. Be crazy not to. Thing about Clore, though, is what he would have to watch out for. A caution too early. I think if he wanted a caution, he would probably want to see one maybe in the next 30 laps, maybe. Maybe now might be a little too soon because remember he's used one extra set of those tires that Kolmacheski had.
Yeah. I'd say his best theoretical case for a caution is Cole Macheski just went in, gets put a lap down, and he's not the first car on a lead lap. Or he's not the first car a lap down.
Well, that would be the ultimate gift for Clore. Oh. Not so much for Cole Macheski, but yeah, because I mean Cole Macheski's got to be coming in here.
Just based off the math, I'd say 20 laps.
Yeah, but yeah,
maybe 25.
All right. So I don't know. Yeah, Vincent right there in between them. I mean, either way, if Cole Macheski wins the race, he's the champ. I mean, that's what he's pulling for right now. And I hate to kind of say it, I don't think even if Vincent got to him, I don't think he's going to race him too hard. I
No,
don't like saying it that way, but you know,
Vincent ain't gonna race his teammate hard knowing what's on the line. He's probably gonna play second fiddle, the co-pilot for that number 69.
I mean, I'm against it, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I could care less if you're my man. I'm not gonna wreck you, but I'm gonna try to win this race, and you know, take consequences later. You know, so, I don't want to win.
I mean, I'd do the same.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, obviously, I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize the championship. You know, something crazy, but you know, you're going to have to come around me the hard way. Let's say it that way.
I will say, in a league I run on Wednesdays, I am part of an association where there's 2 teams, and the main team was. I'm not in the main team. I'm the secondary team, so I'm the 23XI to the Joe Gibbs. It was us versus the main team for the team championship points. And I did not care if I got yelled at. I did not care if I got dropped. I raced out for my own team, my own sake, for us to get a championship. That's how I would race here, even if just drivers. I want the win. I will race as hard as I can to get the win. I'm not going to kill you, but I ain't going to make it easy for you.
Right, yeah, and that's how I want to say it. I've talked about that, you know, many a times, and you know, now for Cole Macheski, it is good that he has a teammate there, because on the flip side of that is, for that teammate to maybe make it hard on Clore to get around him, if Clore gets up out to him. Now, you know, yeah, that's usually a good thing to have a teammate up there for that. So. Yeah, I'd rather have a teammate up there with me, helping me out, you know, in that sense. And obviously, if you had an equal kind of car, you want to race each other best you can. But I mean, it looks like right now, though, Cole Macheski's just, he's got a little better car, got a little better, position right now on him. And we're back down to that 7-second mark. Remember, we saw that last time, and it kind of fizzled out. We'll say this time, Floor's not having to deal with as much lap traffic as he did. He might be able to knock off maybe a few more seconds here, but I just still feel like making up that 14-second gap when he needs to make it up, it's going to be tough.
Just looking at the scenario, Shane's going to need a caution to come out before right. When he theoretically have to go into the pit lane in order to have a chance. Because right now, I'd say it is nothing but Cole Macheski's to lose.
Yeah, and I'm with you. You know, normally don't like giving it to a guy or anything like that, but I mean, if the strategy keeps playing like it is here, it is in Cole Macheski's hands right now. Both of those guys have got some pass. I would probably say, well, that's just because he's had newer tires. We really haven't seen them both on equal sets racing each other. I'd say they're about even. the track wise, if they got, nose to tail, but I don't know. Good run by Alex Carr tonight, though. Up 11 spots, or up 13 spots, excuse me. So, not bad. Jorgensen up 11, and Medina up 11. Those guys moving up.
Yeah, there's been some good movement up through the field, some that have gone down as the race went on. Wenzel, Jenningsman both heavily into the red with overall position. But we've seen kind of the guys we expect up towards the front. They're at the front. Kolmacheski, Vincent, Clore, Alex Carr, Holloman, he's up there. Dave, good to see him having a good run, just hoping to stay out of everybody's messes. Jorgensen, he's pushing up there as well. We typically see him around the back half of the top 10, so good run for the Wash Dads machine.
Carr looking strong. Unfortunately, Greg Carr having trouble here tonight. Holloman there with it. There's old Dave. Jorgensen having a good run there in the 7th place spot with Cheney. Gardner there. And then we just talked about Medina out the top 10. J.P. Jones still on pit road. I'm not sure what happened to him. Or why he's still on pit road. Maybe penalty?
Maybe, or it's a long race here. So maybe a drink break or a bathroom break. Who knows?
Should see old Kolmacheski on pit road here at any time.
Yeah, Dave, he's into pit road. He's on the similar strategy as the leading two of Kolmacheski and Vincent. So, just about time to start seeing those that have been going about every 60 laps on the pit road.
Kolmacheski right there leading it. And it's going to be close between those two as far as who leads the most laps. I will say that.
Yeah, they kind of split it, honestly. When Kolmacheski goes in, he's led a good amount, and then Clore, he takes over for however many he's still out on track for. It's pretty close split even. I'd say Kolmacheski probably has a bit more at this point.
All right, just waiting to see when Kolmacheski comes on pit lane here. Take his pit stop with Vincent right behind him. Lower there. Hold on in the 30s. Down to 4 seconds this time. Still a little bit faster, but they might just be able to close in that gap. Got it down to 3.7. I don't see anywhere that Kolmacheski would, or excuse me, Kolmacheski, that he would save fuel or anything and stay out longer. He's still going to have to make one more pit stop.
Yeah, he's still got one more Chlor. Meanwhile, possible. He's only got his one. So, Komacheski, like I said, I'm expecting here around lap 188 or so, I would say. Or 192. Around 190. Say that.
And I think that's going to be, other than a caution coming out, might be the only other play that Chlor's got.
Is to take that one less stop, but he's got to start saving on once as soon as he hits. He's honestly got to start saving a little bit now.
I don't even know where you would save on this track. Where would you save? Because you're not really hitting the brakes a lot here. I mean, yeah, maybe clutching in the turn, but
Clutching in the turns, get right behind somebody, use their draft to pull you along the straights.
you didn't clutch right there. Doesn't look like he's really saving any. Yeah. He's got it down to 2.6 seconds. So he's got to deal with Vincent here. So now we talked about earlier, how hard does Vincent make it for him to get around him?
Which well, he's not going to make it too hard. Vincent just called over the radio. He's into pit lane.
Oh, okay. That means Cole Macheski's got to be coming.
He's coming soon.
Well, I mean, Vincent came in at 125, 128 for Cole Macheski. Now, this is a little bit better run here for Chlor. If he is going to try to do this one pit stop here, he got it down to 2 seconds, which, because he's going to need distance between him and Cole Macheski if he has to save any kind of fuel. So he's looking for obviously a big lead. Maybe keep him a lap.
He's into pit lane.
Okay, and maybe keep him a lap down as long as he possibly can, if he's even thinking about the one pit stop strategy. But there again, I mean, he's got to go.
He's got to make it till around lap 225, 230.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it is 20 to, or not 20, 30, 35 laps away that he's got to push this car extra. And he's already ran since the last pit around 40 laps. So he's got to find a way to save some sort of fuel.
I mean, right now, Cole Macheski, you're going to go a lap down no matter what. If green flag stop here, Cole Macheski is, a lap down, 40 seconds back. I'm going to take that's 40 seconds back plus the lap, but it could be just 40 seconds. We know Cole Macheski has to pit again.
We know Chlor's got to pit at least once.
Yeah. Does he save here or does he save on the next one? That's the question.
He's got to save on both, I think.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be the best option.
Okay, so we go 40, what? 40, you go 44, you go 46 laps. at lap 200. Because he pitted lap 154. We've seen him go 68 laps at least. That gives him another 10. It gives him another 20 laps.
It's gonna be tight.
He's close, yeah. He's within that window. And he did stretch it that last go round a little longer than the 68 lap, didn't he?
He went 68.
Oh, he's on pit road now. Okay.
Okay, he's gonna take that little short pit. Don't let get too much of the advantage. So this is only 10 laps difference.
Now, here's the thing. He was able to run him down pretty good that last lap, or that last stint, better than what he was before.
Mm-hmm.
Got it down to 2 seconds, and he was coming. If he's thinking maybe if he's on a little better tires, then maybe and if there's not too big of a gap between them. I mean, he's coming out on pit road right now, and it's only a 2-3 seconds.
It's gonna be about 5 or so by the time he gets up to speed, maybe 6.
You know, and
that I think is a lot more manageable.
Yeah, that is a lot. If he can get to his bumper, I won't say just get to his bumper. I mean, not even past him. And passing would be even better. But get to his bumper. You know, get there behind him. And then Kolmacheski make his pit stop because he's going to have to make it earlier than Clark. They actually probably could come in together then. If he could get to his bumper, then they could come in together. This right here might be interesting because then he could actually come in. Now he could come in at the same time Kolmacheski does. So he has made up that gap somehow that he was in a hole with. I mean, 6 seconds, yes.
That's a lot more doable.
Yeah, that's a lot. That is, and I think by the time Kolmacheski's ready for pits, he's going to have it down to at least 3 seconds. I'll say 3. He might have it even more. He could, at that point, come on pit road with Kolmacheski. Yeah, it would probably still be a 5-second gap. But if he pushes the car a little bit, I don't know. Or he could stay out. What about a 2-tire stop? I don't know.
I don't think 2 tires would be worth it.
Yeah. If we only had about 30 laps to go, 20 laps to go, it might be different. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Huh. Got a battle right behind him there with Vincent and Latham. Latham pitted at 162. I don't know. This one's going to be interesting. I mean, you got Carr up there too. Don't count them out. I mean, y'all watching a championship battle. Now, here's where interesting points comes in. If it ended like it is now, that's where the bonus points would have to come into play. Probably still say if it ended like it is now, still you're going to give it to Kolmacheski. Yep. If it was flipped, I think it would be tight.
Lore's got, no matter what, if Kolmacheski finishes ahead, it's championship over.
Yeah.
Clore's got to finish ahead of Kolmacheski. He's got to have a little bit more of the bonus points.
Yeah.
And I'd say he's got to finish, if they're within the top 5, he's got to finish 3 ahead to be comfortable.
Yeah.
If they're both outside the top 5 in the top 10, Clore's got to be 6th. Kolmacheski's gonna have to be like 10th. If they're outside the top 10, it's got to be, we're talking like a whole, one of them's 11th, the other one's wrecked out.
Man. Well, car leading it. Jorgensen right there sitting in second. Gardner. You know, this kind of answered a question on how long they could go. I mean, because these guys pitted with Floor. They pitted at 155, 156 area. So they're definitely pushing it out to that. That could look like maybe a one stop. You know, it'd be interesting to see if they can push it that far. Medina pitted at 189. Interesting.
Always so very interesting.
I will say this, though. Cole Macheski's about a tenth faster than Clore right now. So he's picked it up.
I think he kind of knows that, hey, they're on the same strategy at this point. So he's got to be faster than Clore to keep it at him. Clore, he had that advantage of the tire offset once he got onto pit road. But within the same tire strategy and pit strategy, it's going to be, I've got to push this no matter what. I can't hang back a little bit.
Yeah. It depends on how well, man, Clore gets around this traffic. Oh, the wall a little bit there. Don't do that too many times. I don't think Latham's going to put up too much of a fight. He knows he's on an older set of tires. Not too older set, but a little bit older. He's about 2.8 behind Vincent, 6.4 behind Cole Macheski. Still Carl out front leading this one. Those are the ones that be interested now with the pit strategy. I mean, if they can go another 15 laps, and they're looking like they could probably go
to the end.
Yeah. Actually, that whole top four. I don't know. Medina, actually, he pitted at 151 right now. He's really pushing it. He's actually sitting at what, 50, 60,
58.
58, yeah.
Yeah, and fuel is estimated at 70 laps on a fuel tank, on a full tank.
He's actually at 60, it's 59 at 200. 110 now, so.
He was at 49 at 200.
Yeah, my bad, 49. So, yeah, 50,
he's got himself another 10 he could probably go.
Yeah. I mean, we know, now Gardner pitted at 156. He might could do it. And the car at 155 with Jorgensen. The biggest talking is this right here. I mean, it's staying within 6 seconds. I think Komacheski picked it up just a little bit. Hadn't really had to contest with too much lap traffic.
No, neither of them really have. It's been quite a clear track with how spread out the field is. So I'd say this is actually their running speed. And Cole Macheski seems to have the little bit of edge over Clore.
Oh, been a good one here tonight. Conclude our season here for the Masters Series. Hope everyone has enjoyed it so far. Because the longest race of the season here, the season finale for a championship, and right now Cole Macheski is setting the pace to clinch that. Floor's doing everything he can. I mean, it has been a battle between those two. And I think at this point, the only thing pretty much Clore can do is just get up there to Cole Macheski, but just this time around, we're not seeing that. Like Cole Macheski has found something going.
That's also the tire offset's not as big as what it has been.
Yep.
So they've evened out a lot faster than it was in the past. But Clore, I mean, even once the tires did even out, he was still able to gain on the 69 of Kolmacheski. Seemed to be a little bit better on the longer run. And should probably get going here, I'd say, within the next 10, 15 laps. We should see he starts to eke the advantage that Kolmacheski has back down.
It's been a beautiful run tonight. And man, Kolmacheski trying to put hopefully, man, trying to put in victory lane in that championship. Car, though, I don't know. I know Kolmacheski and Clore are going to have to pit again. Car staying out, and by him staying out like this, I think about another 10 laps, he can make it all the way.
Medina just called into pit lane, so he's gonna have to go 82, 81 laps on this last run, which is that's 11, 12 laps to save. Gardner, Jorgensen, and Carr, if they push it to the absolute max, if they were saving during the runs, as long as they can hit 230, they can go to the end. If they hit 225, they'd have to save around 5 laps of fuel, which is doable, I would say, but it's going to cost them a lot of time. It's where I'm not sure if it might be worth that one less pit stop. Because with how spread out the field is, they're really going to have no drafting help to allow them to get that percentage, to allow them to kind of stay at max speed that others might.
So if you're Clore in this situation, do you short pit or do you stay out longer? That's a tough one.
I mean, they got 10 laps and they're in the window.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at for him to make that 5-second gap up. Because either way, tire advantage is not going to be helpful. So if he stays out, he's not going to be able to stay out long enough, and then it would just put him too far back to be able to catch. So I'm looking at if he short pits him, maybe he can make up some ground. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Well, we appreciate it, Bulls, our best friend out there. Well, we hope you're feeling a lot better too. You know, we hope you're doing well. And again, you know, as we are winding down here, you know, because we're basically in the talks here of who's going to pit first, and then Carr's on pit road now, and that puts him at, well, that's close. He's well, that's within a couple of laps. Wow. You know, we're in talk. We're looking right now. Championship coming down to a pit stop. And I feel like I'm going to still say that the Clore needs a caution to save him at this point. Yes, we've seen miracles. We've seen anything happen. We've seen wild stuff. But if it keeps just going on the cycle that it is, I don't really know of too many scenarios where Clore's going to make up this 5-second gap. If the tires are not there, I don't know. This is played into Cole Macheski's hands right now.
Yeah, it's a fun one. My brain up here has been running, thinking about every which way this could go. I even fully pulled up an Excel sheet and typed in their pit laps.
Yeah.
To try and break down to see what everyone was going to do based off of the patterns. And
I without a caution, and unless I see Clore start to close that 5-second gap, that's what I'm looking at right now. With that 5-second gap, whether he short pits him or even pits with him, that gap's going to increase even more. And then what we saw, Cole Macheski was able to maintain or at least walk away a little bit. I don't know.
Joe.
Yeah. And then because he's not as fast on this run as he was. Definitely not as fast. Had clean air, clean track. Where Cole Macheski's got a lot of traffic with him, a lot of dirty air, so to speak. He's still not slowing down. So I don't know if maybe Cole Macheski could have been saving. Finally, the setup's coming to him. He likes the nighttime air. Who knows? I know Cole would maybe like to see him tap that wall like he did a couple times in the past. This is usually don't like saying it, but I think it's one that Cole Macheski's to lose at this point, really. Again, unless a caution flies, and then that will definitely change everything. Even now, I think the caution flying, because they still could make it all the way.
Very well could.
I mean, green, white, checkered would be close, but I think still.
Well, the caution flies, there's going to be chaos no matter what. We're within the final 75 laps of the race, nearly the final 70 laps of the race. So everybody's going to push as hard as they can. So we're probably going to see the effect of cautions, breeding cautions at the end of the race. But I just don't know. It's going to be... I agree with you. I don't want to say it, but I think it is Cole Macheski's to lose.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like saying it that way, but I mean, at this point, the cycle keeps going, and it, obviously, there's still hope there on Clore's end. I mean, there's still. The thing I'm looking at is that 5-second gap has stayed 5 seconds. It is not widened. He's not narrowed at any. Those two are running almost identical, 53, 55 lap times. Actually, Vincent's running a little bit quicker than both of them, but that tells me, on even tires, both of those guys, even if there was nose to tail, would be pretty even.
Yep.
What a battle. What a battle. That's all I can say. What do you think, Justin? Justin's opinion. Justin, what do you think about just seeing it? Because I mean, I'm running. I'm like Wes. I'm running out of ideas. I've pulled every scenario in the book up here to try to see what in the world Clore would have to do. And he got it down to 4 seconds that time, but I think Cole Macheski had to go around that car, and then instantly pulls it right back to 5 seconds. I don't know. I'm still going to lean on the caution.
I'm going to lean on the fact that we're going to see a caution and make it close.
All right, go ahead, Chris, man. Throw a caution. Do NASCAR style, please. There's a hot dog wrapper.
Get a comp caution.
There's a can on the track. I see it already. Somebody goes work.
There's a fan on the fence.
Yeah, the fan on the fence. I see it. Wes ran down on the track, man. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, I'm trying to get an in-person interview as the race is going.
Yeah, there we go. Now, I mean, that's right here now is what Cole Macheski doesn't want to really see a lot of. I mean, and he probably really doesn't want to really fight with a lot of these cars. If he sees that they're a lot faster, let them go. because that definitely would slow him down fighting with him.
Oh, and Alex is back on pit road.
Yeah.
Well, he
remember,
knew
was
he wasn't
close,
going to be able to make it. He was close, so now he's within the window. He definitely can. One of those 4 that we saw running out that I think might be on the edge of making it, Colton Gardner in the number 40 came on lap 228.
Well, if he
So
wins
he
the
might
race,
have had his final pit stop.
Yeah, I was reading what Justin said. If he wins the race, if Clore does, there is a chance. I mean, Cole Macheski could finish behind him, and he still could win the championship. We don't know how all the bonus points are going to play out and all that. But I'm with you. Yes, to me, he's going to need a couple positions, several positions, if he doesn't win the race. I do agree with what you said, though, Justin. I think the pit strategy of Clore, at first I didn't think it was bad, but then the more I started thinking about it and how the pit cycles were falling, and how I'm a time guy, okay? I know y'all drivers don't look up. Y'all do look at it, but you don't really look at it. You look at it like, oh, how the car feels, how fast I'm going. I look at that time. How much time and distance is it between these two cars? And how much time that one car is making up, and how much time it takes to catch another car by lap by lap. And I saw that when I saw those distance of 13, 14 seconds, and that it was taking him 40 laps and 45 to even get it down to 3 and 4 seconds. He wasn't even catching before the pit cycle, which we talked about at the beginning of the race. I knew then that the pit strategy was a little bit off. Because right now it's still staying, it was at 5 seconds.
Yep, it is very much stable. They're running almost the exact same lap times, except last time around, it was actually a 4/10 difference. Cole Macheski caught up in a whole lot of traffic.
Well, don't you get 6 or 7 points over second place by winning? What's the points for finishing second? Oh, and there's the yellow.
There's the yellow. Dave, no.
Dave,
look.
It's conspiracy. It's conspiracy. Uh-oh. Watch out. They're going to start conspiracy in this thing now. We just pitted. So a Fuge came out here and got the caution. Coming off pit road, spinning the tires. Uh-huh. What'd you do, Wes? Who'd you make the phone call to? Oh. Well, okay. So let's kind of break down what this does. One, I'm with you, Wes. It's about to be chaos. Everybody's pitting. Shane has one more set of tires. Macheski, though, has 2. Now, let's keep that in mind. Now, again,
it's 2 and 3.
Well, Shane's been in 4 times the pit.
Yeah, they got 6 sets.
Oh, like I said, okay, my bad. I thought you said 5. My bad. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. You know what? Clore didn't take 4 tires last time. Wait a minute.
Oh, he didn't?
He was only on a 12. Yeah, he was on a 12. And he held 5 seconds. That's why Cole Macheski was...
Oh.
Forget everything we was just talking about, because I just noticed that, folks, that he did a 12-second stop. So if he took 2 tires and was still running what Cole Macheski was running, y'all better batten down the hatches. We're about to have a race. It's going to be wild, I think.
I need to go I need to go get a drink. This is about to get crazy.
Yeah. I just saw it before he went into pits, before, it raced it off, that last pit stop, he had 12 seconds. So that means he did 2 tires, at least. And was still maintaining 5-second gap, was still maintaining half-tenth, sometimes right on the same time that Cole Macheski was. Vincent could be the wild card here.
We've also got the one person that stayed out, Tyler Cheney.
Yeah. he might as well come on pit road because he's not making. He pitted at 203. There's no way he's making. He's got to pit.
Oh, he meant to come on a pit road and missed it.
Oh, okay, that's what I was saying. He pitted to it. There's no way he was going to make it the whole entire season. So, let's break this down here a little bit, and let's kind of look at some scenarios. Either way, it really won't matter. You know what's going to happen. What's going to happen. You're pretty much in. Floor's got to go. Vincent can be the one that Cole Macheski really needs here. Problem is, Vincent's going to be on the outside. They need to time this restart perfect so that Clore does not get up underneath Vincent. Wow. So, we got our NASCAR caution. Just throw it out there like that. It's just funny. Unfortunately, Dave, spinning coming off pit road. This is a whole new ball game here. It's not a guarantee for Cole Macheski now. We've seen what Clore can do coming through the field too there, Wes. So we know he's got a car capable of getting through traffic.
I mean, these two have probably been the best cars throughout the whole race. Vincent, I agree, is going to be a dark horse.
Yeah.
I think we're all.
Yeah, so here we go. We're
No one's completely lined up, so this is going to be an interesting restart.
Yeah, here we go, though. They're going to do it. And, oh, man, look at that. Clore got the jump he wanted. Wow. I don't know what Vincent doing. He was sleeping.
Yeah, Vincent was sleeping. Maybe spun the tires. The whole field wasn't set up, so I'm surprised there wasn't another lap added.
Cole Macheski's got to run. He's got to go. There is no saving at this point. There's no running soft at this point. Clore's there. Clore's got to win this race. Cole Macheski's got to go. Got to go. Now, this is what Cole Macheski wants to see. It's not what Clore wants to see.
No, and we talked about it. Vincent, he's going to be a dark horse. Cole Macheski, he's going to try to give Vincent all the draft down the backstretch as well. Clore, he's got a teammate behind him, though, in the 32 of Blair Holloman. So it's two Team Watson drivers. Then
that could have hurt right there.
This is going to get crazy.
Yeah.
Team Watson versus Haas Esports.
Yeah, but the problem is he hit that wall pretty hard if he hurt that car. We've seen it takes a couple laps Clore's car to come in, so we'll have to see. The only thing I hate to see is we know Vincent's not going to get up here and race Cole Macheski, and I'm going to just go out on a limb. It's probably not going to be the best thing to say. I just don't like that kind of racing.
Gonna play the team game.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Vincent did his job. Unfortunately, man, I think Clore's car's hurt. I think he hurt it when he hit that wall. Either that or it takes it a few for it to come in. We've seen that before. Although his teammates giving him a hard time.
Yeah, Blair's firing around the outside or ripping the wall like we've seen him do so many times.
Oh, JP Jones off the track. Yeah, Cole Macheski's gone. All right. Well, teammates up front. Cole Macheski, Vincent, Holloman right there. Run by him. Clore trying to do everything he can. Right there in fourth with Jurgensen. I wonder if we can get a shot. Let's see. And the right rear looks all right. It looks okay from there. It looks, I mean, he popped it pretty hard, but
It looks like it's fine.
yeah, it looks like it's fine. We've talked about that in the past before. And he is definitely losing ground. Not over. We got 50 laps to go. Long way at this track. But nobody has to pit.
Nope. They don't have to. Now they might.
They might, yeah. Yeah. You got Holloman hanging on, or yeah, he's right there in that third. Jorgensen. Good run by him there in the fifth place. Latham too. Sanchez and Gardner. And Medina having a good run. For ninth. Cheney round out. Okay, there he is. He's back. 10th. Blinked out for a second. Has this been this man right here, all in control?
I think we can confidently say that Cole Macheski's got most laps led at this point.
I would say, yeah. Yeah. Man, he's just walking away, utilizing clean air and everything right now. Vincent right behind him. Alleman having a good run here tonight. There you go, Holloman. Clover right there, got up that wall again. Car could be a little bit tight on him.
It's definitely a possibility. I mean, I would not rule anything out.
You see, Cole Macheski's not up on that top side like he was earlier now. More down on the bottom. Was a little faster that time. Cole Macheski could have tried to get this lead out there, extend it out a little bit. Because now it looks like he's slowing down just a little bit. Could have used some tires up to get up front. What to see. And then we've seen Clore later on in the run come alive.
He'll bring it back, yeah.
It's just a matter of, does he have enough time? About 44 to go. Right now, that last lap, he's running about a 10th faster. He's 1.4 back. I don't know. That's a tough one. Holloman didn't fight him too much there. Let him get around. It'll be how much Vincent gets in. Just like, though, what I don't want to see Vincent just roll over for his teammate, and would like to see him, I don't want him to wreck him either. I don't want him to get up there and try to wreck Clore either. Racing hard, fine. But if it gets to a point of where he is pressuring him all the way up into the wall or all the way down and, stuff like that, then it's like, wait a minute, racing really hard. So, vice versa. And I think that's what we're going to see. Clore's got it back down to 0.9.
Yeah, he had Cole Macheski there by 2/10 last lap around.
Yeah.
So it is that car takes a while to fire off. See if he can keep that time difference per lap up.
Now that means, tell me right there, Cole Macheski might be getting a little tight, and It ain't over. I mean, they were able to gain a little bit that time, and they got it back out to 1.2.
Tell you what, Joe, there's no such thing as saving it. There's no saving going on.
Yeah, they're going. I mean, seems like now Cole Macheski's picked it back up. Yeah, where he lost a lot right there, and he just picked it all right back up.
So they're about dead even at the moment.
Yeah, but it was down to 0.9, and then now it's back up to 1.7, so I don't know.
About same lap times right there this time around, so yo-yo effects. Who's gonna get the bigger tug?
At this point, I think he needs Kovaceski to make a mistake. That's really probably going to be the only way. He keeps extending that lead out 1.7 or whatnot. Yeah.
$17 to a 22.
Yeah. Just don't seem like Floor's car is running the way it was earlier. Maybe could be the nighttime. Man, Vincent, everything sideways. Alex car's out of the race. Okay. Grussmacher's still here running. Joe Medina having a good run tonight there in ninth. Now, hard charger right now is, well, other than Clore.
I think it would go to Jorgensen.
Jorgensen, man, up 13 spots right now. Good run by him. And you got Holloman right there. And Clore's still 1.8 back. Macheski likes that wall.
I mean, you run close up to it every lap. You're going to hit it every now and then. Just hope it's not too hard.
Now, I mean, if Vincent can only stay back there so long if he is faster than Cole Macheski. At some point, he's going to be like, man, I'm not going to slow down. Stop. You know? Because it seems to be that he's a touch quicker right now.
I think he is. He's just playing that team game. I mean, eventually I'd say, screw it. I know I'm faster. As long as you're ahead of Clore, you'll win the championship.
Yeah.
Just let me lead.
Yeah, I mean, look, I get it. Team stuff happens. Man, I'm not going to fault him for it. But if I know I'm quicker than him, I'm like you. It's not going to jeopardize the championship at this point, unless he wrecked. But I want this win if I'm Vincent. And we'll see how it plays out here. It does seem like he's a touch faster. Then some laps are kind of even because he's right there. He closes in and just kind of seems to like stop in the middle of the turn. Coming up on the car there, Grussmacher. That car. Cole Macheski out front. Turn around. Oh, yeah, I agree with you there on Justin. I mean, that's a precaution came out. Basically, what I'm talking about is if I'm Vincent back here, and don't get me wrong, again, I get the team stuff. And they're not, look, doing what they got to do as a team. But if he is way faster than Cole Macheski, at some point, I'm talking maybe like within a couple laps. My dogs agree too. Within a couple laps, go around him. Let's even like right here, man. He just pulls on his back bumper. But oh yeah, that would be a worst case scenario there for Cole Macheski, and Bruce Walker's not making it easy for him to get around him.
No, he's not. I know Dylan and Shane, they're good friends, they're teammates. So Dylan, he's not gonna purposefully wreck the 69, but he's gonna make it tough for them to get around him.
I want to see.
Hopefully shorten up that gap.
See, this is what I want to see. Here's what I want. I do want to see Vincent. See, I want to see Vincent try to go around him. I want to see Vincent truly try to make that pass on him. Because I'm with you. I think Cole Macheski at this point has got the most laps led, so he's got that bonus. And there goes Vincent. Yeah. Vincent said, well, let me give me a try, man, of Bruce Walker up here. Let me see if I can't get him out of the way. I ain't got nothing to lose. And that might be the play here. It's like, let me get him out of the way because I don't got anything. Yep. See. Ah!
Oh, that's going to cost him.
It backfired. Wow. Okay. I'm going to play devil's advocate here for a minute. Tell me if I'm wrong here, Wes, because it kind of looked like, let me get up there and see what I can do with him. And that's kind of what he was hoping to do, maybe push him up the track a little bit, but it kind of just backfired, so to speak.
Yeah, it backfired. It nipped him in the butt.
Yeah. It's close car, so it's too tight right now. This looks way too tight. that was good. Wow, that was good. Yeah, for some reason it looks like Fleur's car though is not handling the way it's been handling in the past. Well, if I'm Cole Macheski, then you know what? I just leave Grusmacher alone. I mean,
don't even try to get past him.
Yeah, I mean, if I can just maintain this lead, which it's a 1.6 second, there's no way that Fleur, if he keeps up with the pace he is right now, going to catch him. Just let him stay where he's at. I'm not even getting up there near him.
And Dylan didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, he's allowed to race how he wants to. He did not make contact with the leaders. He also didn't just sit to the side and let them by. Vincent put his car in a situation and ran up into the number
and he
38 there, and it bit Vincent.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Grusmacher, he bounced off the wall, man, ran him up to the wall there, and it's just good hard racing, and kind of what we were just talking about, and that's the team thing again, you know. I mean, luckily for Cole Macheski, though, Vincent was able to hang on to it, and it did not cause a caution. Yeah, that would have been bad case. Yeah, if I'm Cole Macheski, I'm going to stay where I'm at. It just looks like Fleur's car's just not handling the way it needs to be handling. Kind of fading away. I mean, he's running times with them up there. Looks like Vincent, actually, between all of them, are the fastest.
He's the fastest.
Yeah, the fastest. Yeah, out of all that group. He's got time to get back there to Cole Macheski. If he does, I'm curious of. Kind of curious.
He's into the wall every now and then.
Yeah, I'm curious of if Vincent gets up or what he does. We got 21 to go. We'll just get right down the back bumper, man. Grusmacher again. That's probably where I'd probably just stay until I saw Clore in my rearview mirror, or I just definitely could pass Grusmacher, and he's just not going to give him that inside.
No. I love team championships. I love the fact that we have teammates. But also, this is what can happen with having said teams.
Yeah, and I mean, we've only seen really one act there. You pretty much could say that they tried to, do something, and it almost was a disaster. Good thing for Vincent, he's able to get right back up to second there. I just think Clore's car is going away. He's already popped that wall a couple times. Obviously, they're running them a lot harder than what they were at the beginning of the track or race. Yeah, if I'm Cole Macheski, I'm not even. I mean, even if Vincent makes it back to my bumper, I'm not pushing this issue with Grusmacher. I mean, just again at this point. Now, maybe now I would say, okay, if Vincent, you want to go around me, go around me. But don't get up there and start fighting with him and cause a caution, because then that would be the worst case, just like Justin said out there.
It's also, it would happen right in front of Thomas and could get collected.
Yes. To his bumper. And this right here just shows you the difference in tires. I mean, it's only a 5-lap difference in tires. You can just see how much Grusmacher is able to hold off Cole Macheski. Just curious if Vincent can get back to him. Ugh, nerve-wracking.
Well, Clore, he's back into a second now. Whole front full or second apart?
Yeah, I think this time's running out. I mean, we're at what, 16, 15 to go? Yeah. Jesse got a heck of a run that time. Now, Cole Macheski doesn't want to wreck Grusmacher, because guess what would happen?
That's an at-fault into line. Yeah.
So he's got to be careful on that. If he was to accidentally, I mean, not nothing intentional. I mean, I don't say intentional. If he was actually going to bump him one time too hard and get him loose and send him in the wall and cause a caution, he might just give that championship up then. Might be
right there's Clore. He's through on Vincent.
Yeah. I don't know if he's got enough time. Now, let me go and say this too. On the flip side of things, I've talked about how Vincent, was helping out, Cole Macheski. If Clore's able to get there, which I just don't think he's going to be able to get to the back bumper of Cole Macheski, but if he is, then I don't want to see Grusmacher get up here and interfere in between the two. You know what I mean? I don't want it to get to that point and whatnot. And I think you're seeing Cole Macheski now back off. I think him getting up there pushing a little bit he saw that, hey, look, wait a minute. Lure gaining. Medina on pit road. Oh, here you go. All right, now he got it. I thought he might have it, maybe.
We're going to have the power around the outside.
Oh,
Or into the wall.
Well, nonetheless, these two guys have done everything they needed to do tonight. Cole Macheski and Klur. I mean, if it ends like it ends here, you couldn't have, painted it any better. 1-2, and, two guys battling for the championship. I mean, so Klur's did everything he could do. I mean, come up 20 spots here tonight. Ooh.
Oh, big shunt from Cole Macheski.
Yeah, but Klur hit the wall too. But let's see if we've seen that hurt Cole Macheski before, but I don't think that was a hard enough lick. I mean, this is not over, but we're getting down 10 to go. Kind of getting goosebumps a little bit here, man. Wes?
A little bit. I agree with what Justin said. I think Klur's going to finish a good amount ahead of Cole Macheski. It can't be 1-2.
Well, now, Spartan told me don't make a definitive decision if Klur wins this race. But I don't know. See, I don't know how those bonus points plays out. That's my thing. I'm not sure what we're looking at. Both of these guys, from my knowledge, just by them bumping that wall, are not going to get the clean bonus point. They've gotten 1X's, which we don't know that either. Klur's there.
I'd assume they're both at 1X with how they've hit the wall.
Yeah. So, Medina crashing, but he's on pit road. That's a good job.
So no caution from that.
Klur's there. Man. I don't know. I mean, can Klur win the championship if he wins it? He could, but I don't know 100%. I'm with you, though. I still think Cole Macheski wins it, even if Klur wins. Probably by maybe a point or two, a couple points or so. Yeah.
I'd say Cole Macheski would have to be fourth, and Klur wins for Klur to win it.
Oh, well, yeah. If Thomas finishes in front of Klur, he's automatic champ because he came in with 7 points. There's no question about that, Justin. That's a given. It's just a matter if he wins this race, if Klur wins this race, yeah. Oh, they're pushing them. Yeah, they are pushing it. That
and
right
I
there
think
probably
that might be damage for Klur.
Yeah, that killed him right there. And then you can see Cole Macheski.
Oh.
And Grussmacher just can't do anything more.
He went to run the low because he knew Cole Macheski was running that to take the line away. Ended up on the apron.
Oh,
Vincent squeezing Klur up to the wall.
Yeah. Well, that's what Cole Macheski needed right there. What a race. 4 to go. Now, Holloman needs to get up here and just put pressure on Vincent right now and take that off of Klur. Ooh, yeah, see.
Another solid smack to the 72.
If I'm Klur at this point, I'm getting a little agitated. If I'm a little, I don't know. All right, going up our teammates, see what you can do with it. What a finish to this one. What a wild one. my hat's off to Dylan to be on those older tires and still keep pace.
Yeah, he's gonna send it down into one. Gonna be tight exit on 2. He's gonna give him plenty of space.
See, now I will give Dylan credit. He's not doing what Vincent did to Kluwer, and you know, I know the drivers might get mad at what I'm saying. He's giving Cole Macheski a lot of room. He could get up there and squeeze him like Vincent was doing. Yeah, I see that was squeezing just like Vincent was doing Kluwer. He's giving him an awful lot of room. Awful lot of room. He don't want to be on that. I want another lap down, I guess. But one more time. Final 2 turns, and that man right there, he's going to put it in the.
Cole Macheski, yep. Just let him,
yeah,
let him
just
through.
let him go. There's no need to fight with him. But out of 4, Cole Macheski is going to win it and bring home a championship. And what a thrill of a race, man. Vincent coming home in second there with Kluwer bringing home in third. Whew. That was a wild one to finish off the season. Wild one.
It was definitely interesting there at the end. I can't deny it.
Yeah. Man.
I mean, there was a lot of different things that could have happened. Vincent, I mean, he did what his job was, play support for his teammate of Cole Macheski.
Oh. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, let's bring him up here. Get a word with him. Bring up the third place man here, Kluwer. Let's get a word with him.
Hey, Shane and Special Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, gentlemen?
Well, man, third place, a few points shy, probably of what we think is going to be actually, it was confirmed, a few points shy of the championship. But I mean, overall, a great race. It was a long, grueling one, 450 miles. Kind of walk me through it for you, how it went down.
Yeah, it was a fun race. It was clean. Glad we were able to run some long green laps, but I don't know. They're about halfway. Started really thinking pit strategy, and I think that's kind of where it potentially cost us. We tried to short pit, save on fuel, but I guess I didn't practice on my entry as well as Thomas has, because that's where he made up all the time that I had thought I had gained on him. But yeah, it was a fun race. It's bittersweet, but I mean, hey, we walked away with a fairly clean car and not so much drama, I'd say.
Yeah, well, I mean, you came in on that one caution we had around lap 17. And from there, pit stops were going to make it very interesting come the end of the race. I even pulled up an Excel spreadsheet and just typed in all of y'all's pits numbers, trying to figure out, like, hey, what are these situations? If they keep on this trend of what they've been doing, what are we going to look like? What's the time gap going to be? How long do you have to go and get that down to the bottom? But then you came in 5 laps after, around lap 197, 195, around that area, and took 2 tires, which we didn't realize until that second caution had flown.
Yeah. We took 2. We were kind of going on a different strategy just since we short pitted. We were hoping that we could just take the 2 tires, make a couple adjustments to make it looser. But I think, I don't know, I'd say probably halfway through that stint, it was so loose, and I was just bleeding time to Thomas and Chris. I could not catch him without potentially spinning the car, so we missed an opportunity. But I mean, at the end of the day, we did what we could. Just barely missed it. Thomas would have still, I mean, if I would have won the race, I think Thomas still would have had the most laps led, and very likely still would have clinched it, probably with a couple points to spare. But I don't know. It is what it is. It's racing.
I mean, it's good racing. Another thing I think we want to key in on was the series of internet issues, not just from you. You mid-qualifying lap got disconnected and then thankfully able to rejoin back before the race started. But a couple of guys had the same issues tonight.
with that qualifying disconnect, do you think it would have been different if you qualified where you normally would have?
It could have been, but I think then it would have been all on the same pit strategy, because I had started in the back and I worked my way up to, I think, 15th or so. I want to say I was like the first car in line to take the pits, and everybody followed behind me. So not sure I would have had that those fresher tires like I did. So who knows how it would have played out, but I was projecting around 5th with Thomas. But yeah, I was coming into 3, and all of a sudden everything was gone, and it was unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Well, man, I just got to say it's been a fun season watching everybody throughout and just seeing the changes of the league. We had the caution claim rule that came about a quarter of the way through, and then everybody, they were just driving better. There was more consistency. Just everybody improved overall, and it was great to see. Joe, you got anything for him?
I mean, just an outstanding race and an outstanding season, like you said, up there, battling. It looked like the car on that last run just wasn't running as good as before. Was you getting tight on that last run?
Yeah, I think I was just driving the car real tight because I was trying to stay in pace with Thomas and Chris. I don't know. It wasn't as strong early on, but it's unfortunate. I don't know how Chris does it, because I mean, it seems like Chris was just able to keep up with Thomas riding so close, and I felt like I was getting so much dirty air just a second and a half back. But yeah, it was fun. It was a fun race. Glad it came down to the final race. Just unfortunate that I had to miss a couple races because of life, but no fault to Thomas. He did great. Yeah.
I tell you what, man, like you said, outstanding, man. You got anybody you want to thank for an awesome season?
Yeah, just, Conti always, team is great. Johnny Dressler for helping me out this race and really working with me on give me some pointers. Go to Haas Esports, Dave, Blair, Chad, great team. The whole group at SSRL and you guys for putting on the show. It's been a hell of a season. Honestly, I'm pretty glad it's over. So.
Well, there you go, man. Shane Clore bringing it home in 3rd tonight. Bring up the guy here in 2nd. Oh, Chris, what a wild race for him.
Hey, Chris, it's Joe and Wesley up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, man, 2nd place. What a way to end out the season. Finishing 1-2 with your teammate of Thomas and playing probably exactly what the team would have wanted, running as his wingman and helping him out every chance he got.
Yes, I was going to try to give him as much space as I could. Coming to the end, he was having trouble with the 38 car, so I was able to get by him, and then once I got to the inside of the 38, I got tight, and we doored, and then I don't know what happened off of 4, why I got shot into the infield. But was able to hang on to it. Still finished 2nd.
Yeah, Joe and I, we as normal, we yap on about what we see, what we can guess is going to happen and everything. But throughout the race, we saw the 2 different strategies, almost y'all going about every 60 to 65 laps is what y'all's pit window seemed to be. Was that your plan coming into it, or was it just kind of what happened?
Yes, we had a plan to pit every 60 laps. We didn't feel like trying to stretch it to 70, and we thought we messed up on the first caution by not pitting, but it worked out into our favor where when we pit, we would get such a big gap on. We just went from there.
It was overall a very, very good race, I would say. I mean, everybody, the whole season, we saw improvements from when we first started the season. Everybody's gone from there and just improved. We saw a lot better car handling, a lot better car control, and just an overall cleaner aspect, where these last, I'd say, 4 or 5 races, the majority of the race was green flag running, and really, really tight as well.
Yes, it was great racing. Me and Core got into it a few times as the laps went on, but take that good hard racing, I guess.
Always good hard racing. Joe, you got something for him?
Man, I just got to conclude, like you said, man, it's a good hard race out there, and like I said before. Now, what Wes you're pointing on, because you get to hear me and him back and forth talking about how the teams play out, how helping this and this. But at any point, did it go through your mind to say, okay, look, Komacheski, the championship, I want this win, and if you could have, would you have took it from him?
I did take it to pass Dylan. I don't know if I would have given it back or if he'd have raced it back, but I didn't get the chance. But the whole plan from the start, once I took the lead and saw Thomas come up behind me, I was like, hey, take it. I'll follow you. You try to lead as many laps as you can. Try to get that bonus point for leading the most laps.
Yeah, and it looked like you did have a little bit, quicker car. Was your car coming in there towards the end? Did it feel a lot better?
Yeah, I took 2 rounds out of it on the last pit stop, just try to loosen it up, and it did. The downfall is dirty air plays such a big factor on this car.
Hey, well, definitely, man. Dirty air or not, you had a bad, fast machine out there. Did what you needed to do with the team. Y'all got the wins here tonight, but you got second for the season finale. You got anybody you want to thank for it?
Yes, Thomas winning the championship. Congratulations. We put in a lot of work together. Like today, I believe we put 2.5 hours just getting the set dialed in to where we felt comfortable with it. Team Watson, the guys at BMP, Icon Apparel. My wife and kids for letting me sit and do this as long as I do. You guys for putting on a broadcast. Dave and all the admins for putting on a great league. I think that's it.
Well, there you go. Chris Vincent bringing her home in second tonight. Well, let's bring this guy up here because he's the champ and won it. Thomas, join the booth.
I got you.
Well, wild one there, up until that one last caution, we thought, man, yeah, the pit strategy is going to fall your way. Caution came, still, though, up there. But what was going through your mind with, obviously, Grussmacher right there in front of you, and then your teammate right there behind you, Clore kind of closing, car seemed like going away. Take us through some of that. That was just wild racing.
Oh yeah, that 30 air is just killer. It was pretty bad, But it's hard racing. I know he's trying to help his teammate out too. Just like mine were trying to help me. It's racing.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, me and Wes, we pointed on that. Vincent back there behind you, and I even asked Vincent at what point, because he seemed like he was a little bit quicker, maybe just going around and win this thing here tonight, but. Man, I tell you what, you had the car. At any point in the race, did you feel like maybe your pit strategy was the right one, or maybe you thought, man, I don't know about it. I'm about to see, because it looked like that last one before the caution, Clore was going to try to just do one more pit stop, and you would have had to at least do another one.
Yeah, so before that caution, I would have had to do one more stop, but knowing that Clore would have to as well. And I thought something was off, because he had a pretty quick stop. And so I figured he took 2, which I felt kind of evened us out a little bit. Because when I saw that gap just not really closing like it was before. But was planning on, making a stop there soon. And then the caution came out.
Well, I gotta ask real quick, man, how's it feel to be the champ here for the season for a long one?
Oh, it feels good. I had a chance a couple years ago. Had a bad pit strategy in that one and couldn't come down with it, but I'm glad I was able to get it this time. Hey,
well, I want to congratulate you on that hard fought one. I know a couple times, a couple races, felt like you tried to give it up, but you got it in the end there. Wes, you got anything, man, for the champ here?
I mean, really not. It was a great race. Between that whole pit stop change between you and Clore, I mean, I was over here and I mentioned it to Clore as well, and Joe, of course, during the broadcast. I had pulled up an Excel spreadsheet to start calculating y'all's pit stop laps, trying to figure out how long was he going to have to run you down, if he could have made it with one less pit stop than you and everything. And it was just a whole mumble jumble. Then him coming down pit road 5 laps later, I was like, well, there goes my math out the window. But I mean, it was a great race. It's been a great season just from the start. Daytona, the opener, not the 500, but crap, what even is the amount of laps for that? 171. You know what? I'm not even going to do the math. That's too hard right now. I'm tired. But from how we had at the beginning of the season to the end, it's been amazing. These last couple of races, having those long green flag runs, able to see whose car is able to do what on what part of the run, who has the overall better speed. It's just been amazing to see, and I'm ready to see it again next year and what all the admins bring for the next season.
And you got anybody you want to thank, man, for an awesome season, Thomas?
Everybody at Team Watson, Kenny Coppola for building great sets, Sean for stepping in when Kenny couldn't, all my teammates, Art. We had so many this season. Art, Chris, Alex, a bunch of guys. So, and you guys up in the booth, Dave, putting on a great league. So thank you guys.
Well, there you go. That's the champ right there, Thomas. Again, congratulations on the win and the championship. Hard fought this season there, my friend, and it was an awesome one.
All right, thank you.
There we go. Thomas Kolmacheski. Wes, let's look at the unofficial results order here real quick. As a man up front there, winning the championship and the race, and a while when we were up in arms on what was going to happen at the end of this one. Yeah, Kolmacheski winning it there. Vincent coming home in second. Clore finishing out with a good finish in third. Heilemann coming home there in fourth. Jorgensen hanging on to fifth. Latham up in the sixth. Gardner there in the seventh. We got Sanchez in eighth. Cheney up in the ninth. Gerlach hanging at 10th. Nicotera there in 11th. And Jose Medina rounding out the 12th, looking around 13th spot. You got Fuge, man, bringing her home there. Grusmacher bringing home in 14th. Guinness been home in 15th. J.P. Jones, 16th. Alex Carr finishing out 17th. Hyatt there in the 18th spot. Great Carr finishing 19th. Gage Wenzel there in 20th. Salter in 21st. Bender in 22nd. And unfortunately, Justin Boyle's back in 23rd. But, well, what I got to say, again, I got to thank the league. I got to thank the owner. I got to thank all the drivers out there. Awesome season. It's been fun watching you guys throughout the season. Again, Wes, it has been a pleasure being up here in the booth week in and week out with you and all the fans out there. And, man, what a race, what a season it has been. Hopefully we can do it again next season because it has been a wild one here.
It's definitely been a wild one. And as I told Thomas there, I'm ready to see what next season's going to be. I hope to be back in the booth. It's something fun. I love doing it. My first time professionally being in the booth, also with somebody else alongside me. So, I mean, it's been a pleasure. It's been a fun working with you, Joe. And these drivers, they give us something beautiful to watch and commentate over each and every week. So, I mean, we've got, what is it, a 2-3 month break, and then we're back, hopefully. So, I'm ready for next season.
Yeah, and like I said, to the drivers, to the fans out there, I hope you've enjoyed this season. It was a wild one again. Congratulations to Thomas Kolmacheski for winning the championship and the race. Because I know that was hard fought and, well deserved throughout. Clore gave up a battle there. He had his teammates there with Kolmacheski. You couldn't have painted a more perfect picture there coming to the end for the fight for the championship. And it came down to the line between those two guys. But for myself and everyone, have a good night.